What's up, guys? Thanks for stopping by. I hope you're doing good. Today is a very special stream. Today, we're going to be streaming on the Patreon build server. For anyone that doesn't know, if you support the content on Patreon, you get access to a couple of private Valheim servers, one of which is specially for building. But this stream isn't really, the purpose of it isn't really to promote that. The purpose is to celebrate how long this build server has been going. It was started shortly after Valheim was launched, and the way we have this build server set up is it's a no reset server, which means it has never ever been wiped. And it is the main focus of this server is just to give people a place to build together in the community. What's up, Poseidon? What's up, Card? What's up, Nilla? Thanks for talking about the stream. I hope you guys are doing good. So yeah, today we're going to be touring some builds on this server. Excuse me. And the reason this is a big deal for the community, the people who have been playing on here, is because we're about to hit 10,000 in-game Valheim days of building. And so to celebrate hitting 10,000 days, first of all, it's just about to happen, so we'll be hitting 10,000 days live on stream. And to celebrate, we're going to be doing a massive, massive tour. There's so many builds on this server, many of which are actually completely insane. Completely insane, I can assure you. Some of the weirdest or wildest Valheim builds you might have ever seen are going to be in this. It's going to take approximately like 4 hours, maybe a little bit more, to actually tour everything, because there's just so much to see. So yeah, we're gonna jump into the tour. What's up, Mike? Thanks for stopping by. I'm excited as well. It's gonna be good. What's up, Toko? All right. There's one other thing that's different. Today we're going to be joined by Dana and Fluffy, our two community members that have been extremely supportive of the community over the years, and two of the main people that have been playing on this build server. And they're going to help us with the tour. They're going to be giving us a tour around the server and explaining some of the builds and stuff. So we'll bring the guys in just a moment. But yeah, first things first, I need to log into the server. Let me quickly do that. I'm just hiding my screen temporarily, so don't accidentally break the server by sharing the password to tons of people. Nick Rawcliffe, build server, connect. Poggy, Seth, thanks so much for the $5 super chat, you legend. Are you on as well? Oh, what's up, Roy? Thanks for stopping by. That's a good point. You reminded me. We're joined by Fluffy and Dana on Discord chat. You'll be hearing the guys in just a moment. But any other patron will be able to join in-game as well. So there'll be other people joining us in-game. So long as they're successfully connecting, you'll be able to see my screen in a moment, and then I'll bring the guys in. All right. Yo,
I wonder if
you're on the stream.
Hey, Nick.
Hello, hi.
Are you
right.
in game?
I just logged in. I am at...
Trying to look at the map to find you might be harder.
Is this the mini builds place?
Nick, what's up, homie?
Ah, I know where you're at. I'll come retrieve you.
What's up, Seth? Thanks for supporting the content, bud. Okay. I can't remember last time we did this. Did I have to like turn settings down? Or does it even make a difference? I don't even remember.
You might have had to on this one. It's big enough to cause lag. I'm inside the lighthouse here. I can't yet open the door, but that's where the portal you'll want to go to is.
Okay. So yeah, chat, we're gonna have some crazy lag in some of it because it's just so many instances. It's crazy, but it's still epic. Also, chat, let me know if you can hear the guys. Okay. The audio's good.
There we are. How's your character on food?
I'm actually all out of food somehow.
Okay. Let's correct that. We'll go through here.
Chris says it's not a good build unless it melts your GPU. It's kind of true, I guess. Seawage actually has my favorite sub badge. I don't know if anyone has ever noticed this detail, but I actually drew all these sub badges on Twitch and YouTube, and the 9-month one is actually a little baby. He's got a little baby's dummy in. What's up, Claire? Thanks for stopping by. By the way, guys, if me talking to chat gets annoying, just let me know. I can attempt to mute my mic to you guys in Discord.
Oh no, this is great. Here, we'll go downstairs and you can pick your poison.
Hi, Nick,
All right.
Dana, and Fluffy. I'm looking forward to the director's commentary.
Oh, Cole, thank you so much for the £50 super chat. That's super generous. Thanks so much, bud. You legend. He says, hi, Nick, Dana, and Fluffy. I'm looking forward to the director's commentary.
Check these chests on the floor or any on the wall. You can pick the combo of food you like. They should be pretty stocked.
Nice. Partial to omelets, definitely. Ooh, so much food.
And I suppose we could start here, Fluffy, since we had to come over, right?
Yeah, might as well.
I don't know if I should turn the graphics down or not.
You might be good here, except we do have a little issue on the dock. The fish overspawn. Can be an issue. Do you have torches spawned in for you here yet, Nick?
No.
There'd be one right next to me up here, if it has.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It has. Cool. Maybe it's good for me to have a torch in my hand, actually, to help see some of these builds.
Torches?
Yeah.
Someone said torches. Let me get one.
Are you gonna make him one? All right.
Yeah.
So we're at, in the morning here, we'll be at day 9998, just as a FYI. So at some point in the stream, we'll kind of pause whatever itinerary we had and go to a little something special for when the clock turns 10K.
Thank you. Oh, okay.
But this is a build. This was I think maybe one of the first group builds. We named it Warriors Retreat, and through all the adventure playthroughs that we've all had over the years, this really kind of became the hub for bringing back loot, making food, weapons, what have you. And it's just kind of one of those things that's continuously been added to over the course of a couple of years. So it's quite large, but we can go upstairs here, and this is where you accused us of having a brothel.
And this we started building here before they changed the oceans, so the edge of the world was just outside the dock down below. So we were sailing past, and then the typical, oh, this looks like a nice place to land.
Yep, there it is, day 998.
Nice. Yeah, I remember you guys have you made it more family friendly with the Christmas trees and stuff.
Yeah, thank you.
Definitely looked pretty seedy at first. I think I'm actually going to try turning graphics down. I don't think it's really going to help, but let's just try
and it could be that you're getting really impact. This isn't a big build, but there's just out of view like 10,000 fish suspended in the air. So we haven't, there's not really a workaround for that yet with Iron Gate.
Yeah. Wait, isn't it also a little better if I go first through the portals? Is that a thing?
It might be.
Might be. Yeah.
You can try
Alright,
that.
this
so
is
you
actually a
have
little
ownership.
better. Okay, bear with me 1 second. There we go. This is better. Nice. Yeah, this kitchen area, I remember. It's so cool as well. Cozy vibes.
Yep. And then
Anyway,
down
don't
here
let me hold us back. I know you guys have a tour organized. I don't want to get too distracted.
No,
I know there's a lot to see.
That's fine. There's a lot of flexibility built into it. This is where Nick gets to be judge, jury, and executioner.
Yes. I love this. This is one of my favorite areas. Sending people to death in the hot tub.
We built this pre-Mistlands, and so when the terrain was modified after the launch, this and a couple other builds like your Mistlands mansion experienced some challenges, but nothing that made it so you couldn't maintain it. But there was some damage sustained and corrections that had to be made. But this has been a really fun hub for all of our collective activity over the years. It's not one of our probably most polished builds, but certainly maybe the most used.
And my favorite build, personally.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like it.
And as you'll hear upstairs, most of the places will have to mention this, but yeah, upstairs there's a bar. It's kind of a common theme.
Nice.
As more people join the server, we added places for them to bunk up. It's been really great over the years, and so up here you'll see bungalows of other members who have played and either continue to play or have come and gone.
I'm good, thanks, KB. Just alter my graphics a little bit more. Sergio says he has his spawn bed in there. Nice. Yeah, I do love that we've got a bar, basically, in every major build. I don't know if it's worth tolerating slightly worse FPS just for the better graphics in some of these builds. What do you guys think?
Well, if we can attempt having you go through first. We'll kind of point out where we're going next and see if that helps out.
Yeah.
And I think maybe, finding a good spot to increase your settings and just pan the camera around, but then, you could change them as we move, because there's a lot of really great details. Your call.
Yeah. All right.
All right, let's head back to the portal room. And I thought maybe we could start out with taking a tour of all of the server stream builds that we've done over the years this way.
Welsh says hi, Dana.
Hello.
Oh yeah, I should go
Let's
first.
see. Yep.
Right.
So I don't know what happened before, and maybe Fluffy can help me with that. But I joined the server May 2021, and so and on a server stream, and it was when you're building your seaside base through here. So this was my first introduction to the community.
This is the villa, right?
This is your villa. So this was a great server stream. We there's still materials here from as we were gathering them for you.
Yeah, Nick, you kept us busy that day.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there's your birthday cake.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the
Got your
birthday cake.
over here.
That was so wholesome. Someone,
Yeah. They wrote "Happy Birthday" with mushrooms on the wall over here.
Oh yeah, so good. Wait, I don't see Happy Birthday. Is it gone?
Nah, it just might not have spawned in yet. It'll be right here where my character is on the wall. Yellow mushrooms.
Yeah, I remember this. This was adorable.
But yeah, that was a great server stream. There was a lot of people playing. There was probably 20 portals out here. Everybody was scrambling, running in and dumping building resources for you to to build this.
Yeah, some of the people having latency as well. It's like, I guess it's going to depend if someone who's on NA or someone who's on EU goes through the portal first. Depending where you're at. But yeah, I love this. Yeah, I mean, you guys have definitely outclassed me with builds on this server since, but I love the idea of the LED strip still with the keys from the Elder. It's so funny.
I wonder, was when we got the keys, is that when we fought the Elder on top of my underground base, maybe?
It was.
That is. Yeah.
I'm still cleaning up the mess down there.
All right.
Yeah,
What's next
this
day
is
now?
a fun day. We'll head back up here. If I can remember which one of these goes back to the portal room.
Must be the good one.
Yep. Oh shoot! I went through first. I'll have to get used to not doing that.
So good.
I can't remember if the next one was Capture the Flag or your Mistlands Mansion, but there's access to both of those right here. So if you want to pop through this one, Nick, and we'll follow you through.
Yep. Yeah, by the way, chat, if I'm struggling to keep up with chat as much as usual, it's just obviously because a lot more going on with people talking and stuff, but it's fine. Just bear with us. It's a little bit of a different stream. It's more just about enjoying the tour and the builds today. Yeah, this was one of my personal favorite server streams. I love this capture the flag idea. So yeah, this is a capture the flag arena, if anyone can't tell. And I said I wanted like a 3-lane system, kind of like in loads of FPS games. You set the spawn here, and I can't remember what we used. Oh yeah, we placed banners for flags. That's what we did, right? You have to place them underneath. Yeah. Yeah, if they ever make it so that multiplayer in Valheim's like not so laggy, it would actually be awesome to do like PvP events like this more. But it's fun though. I liked it.
Yeah. Who won, Fluffy? Do you remember? I wasn't on that stream.
I can't remember.
Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one.
I wonder if it was Mongo.
I actually don't remember.
Badger participated that one. I'm pretty sure. He's on chat.
Right, maybe it was my badger. I'm not sure. Can't remember.
And then your Mistland mansion is right here.
What's up, Duckling? Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're doing good. Gamer Duckling says, hi, Dana and Fluffy.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, this one was fun as well. I like.
We have a little work to do in here.
Yeah.
Fix it up.
The main thing I still like the idea of is just using these shields for painting the wall outside, kind of. And it was super fun having everyone make these shields. It's a little bit broken, but
yeah, it was
terrain,
just the
right?
terrain. So we quickly got the terrain so that there wasn't any more structural issues, and we just put all of the mounted items in chests. We just have to come back in and touch it up. We haven't had a chance to do that yet, but yeah, this is another fun day.
There's probably some people in the chat, actually, that have never even seen the old Mistlands. They're probably wondering what the hell is this forest. Because, yeah, that's why this one went fucked. It's just this is like in the old Mistlands.
All right,
Yeah.
we came in through
I mean,
here.
they're sort of doing me a justice by showing my builds first, guys, but it's going to look very unimpressive later, I can assure you.
So the next one, you did another build. It's been labeled either your retirement home or your holiday mansion, and this was one that challenged. Chat challenged us to decorate
right.
it at the end, and so that's through here. And we've shown it before, but we'll go through. This is one of the first builds that the Canary family joined in with, and so there's about 7 people that worked on this.
Yeah, so I built this, right? And then you guys added
Correct.
to it initially.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you
yeah, I
called us
remember
in to
this.
do the finishing work in the interior.
That's right. And yeah, someone made this insignia in the living room. It's sick.
Fluffy, I think this is the one where we fought the Elder like 48 times, because this is just a pit of keys.
Yeah, but not on top of my underground base this time, I believe.
No, yeah, so this was kind of a blank slate, so we added some bedrooms upstairs. We added a bar.
Nice. You guys have gotten so good at building bars. It's ridiculous.
I
Like,
always
this is
love
so
the
swanky.
the troll head and the serpent mouth.
I didn't even notice that. Dude, these... I can imagine this weird design with the heads, with the Elder trophies. I can sort of imagine seeing that in a some kind of science fiction bar or something. Like there's like a chain in the UK called Fab Cafe, and it's all like pop culture memorabilia. It's decorated with like Star Wars and Doctor Who stuff. I don't even know if they're all still open anymore, but it reminds me of that.
There's some cute little bedrooms upstairs, but there's also something that we like to do on the server, and that is we like to honor the fallen, and you'll see several times throughout the tour where we've done that. And if you hop out here, you can see that we've got a memorial to Claire who fell victim.
This is
during
funny.
the
Oh, this
building
is
process.
this is the build where Welsh built a portal room nearby. That's right. I remember.
Yeah, he did. Yep. He's got his portal room. It's across the covered bridge over there.
Oh, Claire's actually in the chat. She's sighing.
Yeah. She tried real hard.
Realize Claire. Valheim accepts her contribution. Skull. It's so good. I love this tradition you guys have, honoring the tombstones.
And then just a few bungalows for friends and family should they visit.
I'm following the wrong person.
I think you have, there we are. Definitely
Yeah, so-
should claim a bed in one of these.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, we usually make a room for you in all of the places.
Okay, I'll claim this one. If you're looking for tips on how to support, how to survive in the Mistlands, I have a massive guide for it on my YouTube channel. It's called a Massive Mistlands Guide or something like that. It's the best resource for that. Might get a link to it if you do exclamation Mistlands in the chat. I don't remember. Sorry, Dana, go on.
Oh, that's okay. So we'll head back and go to the last group project, or the chat. I guess I don't know how you want to call it. Chat challenged us again. I think it was at the end of the stream when you guys were racing to the edge of the world.
Oh yeah.
You asked chat what they wanted us to build, and it was a wizard tower.
Yes.
And so the location chosen was at your original base, and so we showed a preview of it early on, and it has been fully finished, and this is a pretty big reveal and a really great build that is worth paying some close attention to. So you'll have to head up the stairs and go in first.
Okay, so I've not seen the finished version, chat. I am well, thanks, Terria. Whoa. This is an epic entrance you guys have made here with this walkway.
We'll just wait for the lights to spawn in. Let us know when you see them.
Terry Dot says, just want to say happy birthday to anyone's birthday. It might be today. Is it someone's birthday? Happy birthday, if it is.
So this tower is 50 meters tall. We can't go a single meter higher, and there's no terrain used for stability. And so let's see if we get a little closer. The weather's not great, but hopefully you can see everything spawned in now. You can see there's it's like an eye of Sauron. It's like if Sauron got pink eye up there, you can see the Galder table shining out.
It looks sick. I thought the exact same thing when I first saw the Galder table.
So
By the way,
go ahead.
Mama Bear in the chat says, these guys are awesome and know so much about all the builds. So chat's enjoying your commentary.
Thank you. We have spent what is it now, Fluffy? 4,500 hours in game together on this server.
Yes, something like that.
Al's here. He's got about 1,500 hours on this server. There's so many amazing contributions and commitments from people then and now and continuously over time. It's just we want to do them honor and justice by showing off some of the great and hard work that they did. So every floor has a different theme related to wizardry.
What? Okay, that sounds sick.
I mean, a wizard's got to eat, so this is your wizard kitchen.
Nice.
From every detail was very meticulous, from the ceilings inside all of these rooms to the placement. Claire Claire's
Whoa,
the
the
one
ceiling's
who
so sick.
did all of this. Every single bit of this was her ingenuity and design. And she really has a creative flair that we'll see throughout so many builds as we do the tour.
This
Shout out
ceiling
to
is
Claire.
so sick. I can't. It's so simple that it's just wood tiles, but it looks so cool. Oh, what if we've got dragon eggs up there. Looks like glowing through. Awesome attention. Yeah, I definitely remember Claire's insane attention to detail with the small things. It's so sick. Love it.
There are no limits to our creativity.
As we head up off to the right, you'll see your original base.
Five floor.
It's
Oh, my
allocated
original
next to
base to the
that,
right?
so-
Wait. Yep, this is my original base. Look at this little shithole. I don't remember the exact start date of the server. I could look it up, but it Valheim was for sure just like a few weeks, maybe months at the most old. So that was when that was built. We're all noobs back then.
So that same Galder table you see as an approach, the pink eye of Sauron, is actually functional. You can come over here and repair and build off of it.
Nice.
Canary, Claire's mom, she is responsible for the design and decor of this room. And if you look up, you'll see, again, a very unique design on the ceiling with the eggs. It creates just an incredible glow in here. Shout out to
Whoa.
Canary and all of her creativity.
The hell? The ceilings are out of control in this place. I absolutely
Richard-
love that there's sort of a squiggly pattern with the jugs on the walls as
when
well.
chat challenged us as a group, Richard took this on and literally got no help from any of us. And so we came in and jumped in to help him out. And so the core structure of this, getting it elevated, was all Richard. And then everybody else, about 7 other people, came in and were able to kind of put their signature on details. So that's how we got to this finished product. It was really cool group collaboration.
Yeah, this is awesome. The game's running really well right now. I'm going to try and pump things up a little bit. We might regret it later, chat. Let's just see. So far, so good. Ooh, this is interesting.
Again, very unique ceiling design. We got a centerpiece on the floor, but we figured what Wizard Tower would be complete without the ability for them to travel throughout the realm. So it's a little bit of a portal room.
Well, I gotta say, this is the most Wizard Tower looking Wizard Tower I've ever seen in Valheim. Definitely nailed the aesthetic.
So seeing as this is attached to your original base, your quarters and the bed you should claim are here at the top.
Right. Hell yeah.
A lot of detail here. Certainly don't forget to claim your bed.
Yeah.
But we've got built-in desks and lookouts and just a really cool vibe in here.
Even this bedside cabinet even is just actually kind of cool. Got the Gollum trophy right in the middle of the bed with the tar wood pieces there, making the new headboard. It's pretty sick.
Also, this is a fresh map table, right? We haven't polluted it.
I don't think so. It's possible that it hasn't. I mean, just opening the map crashes your game on this.
Yeah, I'm not
this
going to
server.
touch the map.
So we thought it was kind of fitting to start off and just kind of show all of the group things that we did on previous server streams. So from here we can kind of jump off and float down and go back to the portal room. And I think the village that the original people on the server started is a great next stop. And one of the things I want to point out is that when we were thinking about this next stream and the 10K stream, there's about 250 in-game days left before 10K, and so we didn't know how much we could get done. And Al Lokura's here. We thought, you know, updating his wood farm that we've used so much over the years would be a great final project, but we found out that it only took us 20 days to do, so we ended up refreshing or building 14 existing or new structures in the final 250 in-game days, and we'll point those out for those that have seen previous streams to notice the difference, and also to call out the builders who you know, work so hard on them.
Nice.
And we're probably coming up on the morning of day 9999.
Richard is in the chat and says massive collab, thanks on Nick's Wizard Tower. Yeah, it must have taken a lot of time.
So the village really kind of starts at spawn. When I joined, you know, Mango had started it, and it's down below, and we'll get there. And just having the server already be so difficult for people coming in, we thought, you know, at the spawn point, making it a very welcoming experience would be ideal. So also having a community atmosphere, so where there's a general sharing of resources and whatnot. So, you know, if a new player spawned in, they could come down here to an armor stand and equip themselves with something better than rag tunics. Obvious easy access to anywhere on the server with the portal hub that we had built. And then following the road a little bit down, there's even a little Lonely Viking Inn and a bistro pub where they can claim a bed and get some entry-level food.
Yeah, this village is still so cool. Got all kinds of different stuff.
I mean, even just the detail in tiny little rooms like this, you know, kudos to everybody who's participated, but there's no structures that are just an external structure. Everything was taken to completion and thought was put into both the inside as well as the outside, everywhere, which it's kind of hard to shift your mind from external structure design to how you're going to do 2,000 fine wood of item stands. Up here, Nella had an idea of what to do with all of the old retired equipment, and so she had created a Goodwill, but was unable to really bring it to completion. And so we got her blessing, and the Canary family, specifically Mark Canary and Claire, were really able to take this into an incredibly polished final product. So as you walk in, there's just so many minor details, from a cash register to an actual clothing rack, like you'd find at a boutique store or a thrift store.
What is even this light? It looks crazy. This weird, like brain-looking chandelier.
We kept every single element that Nella had originally installed, and the downstairs was just enhanced, but the upstairs there wasn't one. And so Nella had designed these mounted stone piles with keys. She had done the cash register, and then Canary and Claire, just really to do her justice, they took the ball and ran with it. So a lot of additions down here, but the upstairs is just crazy, because what would a thrift store be with only clothes and not housewares? So
Wait, I remember the
upstairs-
fridge being epic.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, and there's a dressing rooms over here.
Oh shit, I'm breaking it. Alright, there we go. Oh yeah, dressing rooms. I mean, this really is... I mean, I've never been to Goodwill, because we don't have it in the UK, but this is just really seems like some thrift store. Like, it's so well done.
Yeah. Yeah, and upstairs, I was actually here finishing the structure and the roof while Claire and her mother, Canary, were working on this, and just listening to them feed off of each other with their ideas as they did this. I mean, it's an eye explosion, because there's so many details to look at, but as you go around, you know, this would be like the housewares section of a thrift store. From bunk beds to tables to china, you know, stacking onion soup right here like they did to make it look like it's a stack of plates.
Oh my god, that's so good.
I think what was so great about this is it's really kind of in the spirit of, you know, the community you created, but then if you join Patreon and come in here, you get that kind of, you're not on your own. There's definitely a community feeling in the gameplay when you're playing on the server.
Absolutely.
Take what you need and, you know, replace it when you're available, or when you can.
Very cool.
And so this is kind of the tip of the iceberg. So the pathway outside of this diverges, and we'll go to the left a little bit later. But to go down and into the village is where we're gonna head next.
Uh-huh. I found my old Fenring armor.
Yeah, I taxed you on that.
Someone in the Twitch chat is asking if there's mods. No, this is all vanilla, been done
Yeah.
over years and thousands of hours of playing on this server that's never been reset, just gathering resources.
I think
It's
that's
about
also
3 years these
Yeah.
days. I can't remember exactly, Nick, but I think you started the server, could it be beginning of, or middle of March 21?
Yeah.
Oh, the other server, yeah.
No,
Well,
no,
This
this
one started
server.
in March of 21.
Yeah,
I think.
maybe something like that, yeah.
Yeah, because you and some of your other patrons, pals, you played for a few weeks, and then it was kind of quiet when I joined. So I played, I think, 6 or 7 weeks alone before Dana joined in. Mango and Dana Badger.
So this is the beginning of the town, and we'll see a mixture of original buildings, historical landmarks, if you will. So this was a build from a player named Loki, and you know we've tried as much as possible to leave those alone. They really kind of add to the history.
Yep.
This was another group project. You restored the original version of the trophy hall down here during a group build. And that's remained, and so this is just an upgraded version of the skeleton is the same, but we kind of gave it a facelift. But in here you'll see chests like you put in for all the trophies.
Yeah, this is awesome. By the way, Nellie's actually in the chat. Says hello everyone. Hi Puffy and Dana. Hope you're good.
Hi Nella.
Hello.
Yes. Yeah, so it's been a really so many people, you know, come and gone and stayed. You know, for us, you know, I think we have a total of, between Nella, myself, Badger, and the Canaries, you know, it wasn't just here. I think we have a total of like 9 different servers we all still play on together. We're even talking about meeting each other outside of work. Nella's getting married soon. Fluffy's actually going to attend her wedding. I mean, the friendships that were built through all of this are absolutely real.
I love that. I like to hear that.
So as we get to this point, the beginning of the village, this was a plot of land where I built my first house. This is where Mango said was available. He had started this village, and we'll point out what was here originally. So, you know, I had built here. Shortly after that stream where you had the seaside base, and it hasn't changed a whole lot since Mistlands. I added a basement. Just to be able to add some of the new elements.
Oh my god, I forgot about this basement. Just fell in. You're very welcome, Nella. I mean, look, I just try to provide people with content they hopefully like and set an example of just being nice to each other and let you guys be on the server. How awesome the community has ended up being, and all the cool people and builds and stuff that happen on the server. That's all you guys. I'm happy to be the reason you're coming together, but it's all you guys. I appreciate the support.
Well, as we come down here, this farm is original. I think Mango and I believe his son Durs, they built this. This was here. Mango's hut right here to the right is original. This was a farmer's market, and this is one of the areas that we touched up. So we really felt like with some of the new materials that we could turn this into what we believed Mango had truly envisioned for a farmer's market. And so we've added a couple more stands and fleshed them out from a concession stand here. And I don't know if you have things spawned in yet, Nick. I'm standing on a bin that has carrots and turnips in it, so if you don't see those yet, then we'll wait.
I see them. It looks good. The FPS is crazy, but I think it's just the case in the village, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the village is 40,000 instances right now.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's why. But
yeah, so there's all sorts of stands in here that have really been doctored up.
Yeah, this has been. I was seeing this on so much. It's one of the old projects that Mango started, but I love that you guys have continued this, and we've also kind of continued the tradition of making little villages, because you know, all I've really done is like make suggestions of what I would like to see on the server when we do these server streams, and from the beginning, like the way every server starts right in a survival game is like everyone just like logs on and no one knows each other, and they just spread out all over the map, and they'll make a build, but it's on its own in the middle of nowhere. From the start, I was always like, you know, build stuff next to each other. Let's actually start trying to build like villages and towns and stuff, as it's a real like community feel. And this is on the first builds that nailed that, I feel like, on the server. Over
to the southwest here, Skull's Place. This is an original structure for Vidar. It is as it was after he built it, and then we have our historical landmark, which was the gym. I can't remember who built this.
This was also toxic. Vidar H2 Toxin, the guy across the road.
Yeah.
And this marks the westernmost or the easternmost part of the village. This was torn down and rebuilt by Mark. It was my first attempt at playing with iron structure, and he polished it up because it was absolutely hideous before. So it's just a structure that marks the edge of town, really.
Yeah.
And as we move back towards the dock, we've got the anchor, and there had been a little pool here when I did the quay wall, and the Canary family really had a great idea for the space. And after the addition of the barber shops, you have you got a barber shop in here now.
Oh, nice. Oh, hell yeah. I've never not seen this. This is awesome.
Yep, this is all new. What's interesting about the barber stands is you can actually place item stands on them. So we were able to add some additional details on the top of the desk using the shields as mirrors. This was Claire, and again, absolutely fantastic creativity.
I didn't even know you could do that. It's very cool putting item stands on barber stations. Chat saying, you sure there are no mods? No mods. This is all creativity of people on the server.
So this is a great addition to any town, right? You need to have some place to cut your hair, but you know, you also would like to get, especially on a dock, you might want to have your shoes shined, and this is one of those details that needs to be called out. And I don't know how Claire did it, but if you sit in any of these chairs, take a look where your foot is.
Dude, what?
She was able to perfectly place the vise so that your foot's on it as though you're getting your shoe shined in real life. This is just such an incredible.
This is genius. I love this kind of thing. It's just tiny little detail. Basically, there's a couple of objects, but it's just genius. I love it.
So after, you know, I guess to give some chronology here. So after I built my place, the next thing that was built is the refinery / storage facility. This was still a hub for the server at the time, and so it gave us a place to bring back metals, refine them, and then the storage facility has really just endured over time as a place for people to take it when they need it and store it when they have excess. We haven't touched it from anything other than just upgrading chest sizes as those became available. Hold on.
Yeah, this is like one of the best storage systems as well. 'Cause it's so practical. There's so many chests in
Something for you on the floor, Nick.
Something for me on the floor?
In front of me. I missed you. Tried throwing it to you.
Oh, I've got one, thanks.
Right.
Cape?
You do? Didn't see it,
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll drop it.
I'll put it back in the chest.
Thank you.
So everything's kind of interconnected. This is where the metal would fall down. There's metal storage down here. And then I believe Durst, Mango's son, had built the pyramid, and it was originally a kitchen. But to give it a function in the village after the Mistlands update, we had connected it to the refinery, and it is now where you can get your Ida refined. So there is a Ida refinery in here, and it gives this structure function.
Oh, nice. Someone in the YouTube chat has a question for you guys. They say, questions to satisfy my curiosity. How much of the materials for these builds came from this server, or was the majority of the materials ported from other offline servers?
All from this server.
Yeah, we didn't have to start using the survival server for materials until the final server stream we did, which was a tiny build competition. And we had talked with Nick about that, but all the materials were 100% gathered by hand. And up until the most recent stream, and we'll see that shortly, we didn't have to go to the survival server to farm them. And that's only because by the time Tar was introduced and then the Mistlands, so much of the map had already been uncovered that there was really not a adequate supply available on the server. But we were able to scour the server and use only this server's materials all the way through the ski lodge up until this last server stream.
He and I will also notice that there are fire pits, which was brought in from the survival server, because there's no hill there on the server. She had no place to spawn in. Everything where was explored.
Right, yeah.
Here's the mailroom. The Valheim parcel service.
Thanks so much for the YouTube membership, Bevo. You're a legend. Thanks so much for the 29 months. Hope you're doing good.
Hi, Bevo.
This build is a build that Mango started. The stone structure on the outside was kind of where he left off. You know, life has its way of changing things, and so we just wanted to be able to finish it for him in what we might have imagined he had envisioned. And so this is called Mango Hall. It's got a bit of a cathedral church type vibe inside.
Yeah. I love that you guys decided to do something with this, because I always thought it was super interesting, these blocks he used on the outside. It looks sick.
This was also our first foray into trying to use black metal shields to make stained glass windows. And so you'll see our version of that at the back. None of those shapes really mean anything, but it was a cool look. It's definitely probably a Catholic church since there's a bar upstairs, but again...
Yeah, this is very cool. I remember you guys doing this. I've got another question from the chat. Mama Bear asks, how many play on this server, or is it strictly build only? Ooh.
Would say over the 3+ years, there's been a ton of people that have played, and I think there's probably a core group of 12 that are responsible for a majority of the building and have played continuously. And you could still play the server if you wanted to. Adventure style, but as new updates have come through, you know, it has just kind of become a build only. I think we've all decided that we're probably not going to fight the queen on here, because we just don't want you know, the seeker night mobs to destroy people's work. And so yeah, I think at this point it's probably a museum. It's still a canvas for new builds, and it's a museum for, you know, all of the incredible creativity people have poured into it over time.
Yeah. From my perspective on that, like, basically, I try not to set, like, too many rules, because I think sometimes it makes things less fun. So, really, the only rules is, like, on this server, I will never reset this server, and the reason that I decided that from day one is because I know that builders in games hate it when servers wipe their builds. I wanted it to always be able to be like a time capsule. So really the main thing is just this one doesn't wipe, and I think that's like a big reason why people have invested so much time into building on this, is because they know I won't wipe it, because obviously I own the server. But then we do have a survival server for people that do want to get together in the community to do bosses and stuff. And we do wipe that one with major content updates. So, yeah, people can still do what they want, but people are definitely just building on this server for the most part.
Just as a reminder for all of us, it's evening. The next morning will be day 10,000. So we will stop mid-tour at whatever point we need to get to a special spot we prepared for that, and then we'll continue after. But the village continues this way. Skull built his home here, and again, he had a really cool idea to build an enormous Thor's hammer with the advent of the obliterator, and when you used the obliterator, it looked like lightning would strike the hammer, but it was really just an empty shell. And so as we found that we had time, we decided that to honor Skull, we would really kind of flesh this out. So this is a fully polished build now with interior and exterior additions to it, and it still has the obliterator when you walk in.
Yeah, this is so freaking cool. It's hard to kind of see in this light condition, but yeah, it's actually a giant Thor's hammer.
And there's a portal up to a lookout bar.
Guys, the FPS is just because we're in the middle of a gigantic build that's like tens of thousands of instances. It's just how Valheim works when you do builds that are absolutely crazy. It's because it's just so big, so many instances. But it varies from places in the server. Some places the FPS is really good if there isn't quite so many, but this is just a really dense area because there's lots and lots of builds, because it's like a little town, a little village with lots of things next to each other. That's why.
Fun little detail here. In the States, when I was a kid, Pizza Hut had standalone restaurants, and in them they would have tabletop arcade games that you could sit down at. And so you can sit down here, and the Rune table is almost like that type of tabletop video game.
Hell yeah. Nice.
Upstairs, there's just a little bit of a lookout. You can see out over.
I lost a bit.
Oh.
Can't tell how to get upstairs with this FPS. Okay, I found it.
Yep.
I mean, definitely, guys, the better the computer is, the less lag there is, but no computer stops it.
We're going to jump out of the window here and go straight and float down to another group project that you did in the village, which was the kitchen. I think we did this after Hearth and Home to utilize some of the new build materials.
Yeah, I remember
It's got a small refresh on the back patio. Canary thought a kitchen should have a little bit of a bistro restaurant, and so she really did a great job out here adding some tables and chairs and seating. But the rest of the interior is exactly how you built it.
I'm trying to sort of only, I don't know, turning my settings down in areas where it seems like a little worse and turn them back up when it gets a little better. Just because some of this stuff's definitely a little bit of a shame to not see on higher settings. But also, we have a lot to show, so. Yeah, a little bit better.
We're now kind of along the quay wall here. If we continue on to the west, we're getting to the western side of the village. This is where Nella has her residence. And when you go back to the main road, there's a tackle shop after the fishing update that was built by and decorated by Claire.
My game has frozen for a second. It's unloading us. Alright, I'm back. It's because I turned the settings down.
Unloading unused assets. Dana,
Yep, and
are you with us?
Yep, I'm here. So let's go. Stop it. I heard that. Let's go back to the portal room. I think we're getting too close for comfort to day 10,000, and so we'll just go to a lookout we created, and we'll head back to the portal room here.
You're doing a good job, by the way. This is a good tour.
We'll head over this way and go up the stairs. And this will be refreshing because the FPS will be fine here.
Nice. Right, let me turn things up again. This chat will love it.
Hey, Al and Fluffy. Here's
Yes.
Here's some cores. You put those in one of your quick slots.
Oh, cool.
Fireplace.
All right, get hyped, chat. We're getting close to hitting 10,000 days. Sick. Need to be dancing, I think. It's about to happen, chat.
We have a fan ring. Eager to join the party.
The game is fun solo, yeah, Bum Hunter.
There we go. We're getting close.
Is it somewhere I should be looking in particular?
Just looking down at it, just the 10,000 down below. The braziers that we made. And then take a screenshot. I'll take a screenshot or two as that day 10,000 rolls across the screen.
Whoa, perfectly timed. Whoa. Whoa. Epic.
Woohoo, happy birthday.
There we go.
Hell yeah. Happy
That's it, we
10,000
can go.
days, guys.
Yep, that's crazy. All right, we can go back.
Someone in chat says, happy 10,000 days. That's 27.4 Valheim years.
Right.
That's crazy. That's got to be old for a Viking, right? Probably.
We'll just all run back down.
Yep.
We're almost done with the village, and then we'll move on.
Are we on good pace, Dana, in the tour or not? Or are we super slow?
Yeah. No, I think we're on good pace.
Okay, cool.
The two builds that take the longest to show are by far the village and the ski lodge. So we're almost done with the village.
Okay, cool. Yeah, there's just so much that we want to show you guys, chat. There's so much to show off. Just gotta, you know.
How far into the stream are we now?
1 hour and 11 minutes.
Oh yeah, we're in a good pace.
Nice. So it's gonna take hours, chat, no matter what. We're just gonna, you know, Dana and the guys have tried to organize a specific tour to show you as much of the stuff as possible within a decent amount of time. It's still probably going to be over 4 hours, probably.
So when I started and we started playing around, there were building materials between these stones, and I just remember Mango saying, we wanted to make a wizard tower here. Well, I built the structure, and just like anything else in the village, it needed to have a purpose. So I can't open the door yet, but this became the Rockcliffe Library.
Oh, yeah. I remember this. Is this the first place on the server where we started to see these sort of bookshelves with the labeled signs as books, right?
Yep.
So good. You got to read some of these books, chat. Some of them are just genius. Loki, a sneaky bastard. Godvin Otterson. The rack or the wheel. Torture 101. Genius. Energy content in woods. Witch burn in the odds. What the fuck, dude? Right. We had a former British king that wrote a similar book, I think. Yeah, this is
a really cool build. There's 3 levels downstairs and another floor upstairs of shelves with books. Again, just, you know, you can just go, hey, there's a library, but you know, the time and energy and materials that go into something like this, it's just kudos to everybody that put so much thought into making things feel like you're in a role-playing game.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of fun naming these books.
Yeah, there's a little bit of alcohol involved with the naming. Forever I begged Fluffy to build something in the village to just help flesh it out. And so what he did was he dug a pit and threw 4 wolves in it and let it sit for another 6 months. So if you want something done right, do it yourself. I finally just decided to build it for him. But this is Fluffy's house, complete with a blast furnace chimney that functions as, it looks like a smokestack for the fireplaces. If you stand here, you can see up.
Yeah.
I think he's loaded it up.
That's really cool. Show the explored map, please. Oh my god. It will break everything if I show the map.
Maybe not in the village.
Yeah.
Maybe somewhere where you're able to get more than 9 FPS.
Yeah.
But inside, really, really well done. Huge open space. A couple more levels downstairs with a fully decorated residence and sleeping quarters. Just really fun to immerse your character walking through some of these builds.
So yeah, just to be clear, chat, this is just somebody's house on our server. That's how we do it. Everything's extra.
This is where Fluffy sleeps, and the same 4 wolves that were here when I started are still down here.
Bevo says, fantastic everyone, we appreciate all you've done. So amazing builds over the years. I am proud of you all and thank you.
Oh, thanks, Bevo. It's been fun, for sure.
In fact, Bevo is one of the many people that have supported the content over the years and YouTube memberships, and also I believe on Patreon as well, that, you know, they don't necessarily partake in all the builds, but they're always supporting everyone else's fun by
We're at the end of the village, outside of Fluffy's place, and just to really make the village feel full, this was always kind of a naked end of the village, so we thought, well, it's adjacent to the Black Forest, maybe we'd build a new structure, and so we called it the Department of Black Forestry. So as you're exiting the village, you can come in here and check in for tours with the warden. Get your map of the trails when you want to go hiking in the Black Forest, and then as you exit the village, there's a grand entrance to the Black Forest as well. And it really just kind of makes this whole village that's taken 3 years to, and it's still ongoing. It's the only build that has been continuously added to for 3 years, and it's still going.
Wait, which one is?
This village is the
Oh,
only
yeah.
build on the server that's just been continuously added to and over the
Yep.
lifetime. Nella built a park up here, so she's got a Lox that was tamed and named Neelix. If you come up here, you can go in and pet him. And that's really what I think is, when you get a lot of different people, you get different styles of creativity, things that matter to them, and it really creates a robust, well-rounded, you know, sense of everything from architecture to ideas. And so I might never thought of making a park, but it's such a cute addition to.
Yeah.
You also have to point out that this Lox has been alive for almost 3 years now, 2.5 years.
True.
It has been close on a few occasions, but yeah, it's still the same one.
And if you look out the back, you can see this is an original base from an original member. This is this circle of wood gates is where Athelstan set up shop. So you'll still see, you know, his bed with his name on it and portals that he created. So it's just the history of the server is still here.
The oldest, that's the 2 oldest portals on the server. You can see over there.
Yeah. Yeah, so anyone that's wondering, that's watching, I'm sure some people that play the server probably don't even know this as well, but yeah, obviously the server's been going for like about 3 years, but which over the course of that time, I don't have an exact number, but there's probably been a ballpark of about 200 people that have had access at least during that time, and a good percentage of those people have played on the server at one point, whether it was just for one server stream or whether it was for, you know, weeks or months. And yeah, like Dana was saying earlier, so core group people have been consistently building through that time and never left.
We're gonna go for a little jog here
Okay, nice.
and try and get out of this frame rate hell.
But yeah, the vast majority of people that sign up to the Patreon to support the content and the server, regardless of whether they choose to play on the server or not, the vast majority stay. It's very rare people choose to stop supporting. Even after people stop playing on the server, they still most people continue to support it.
So when Al joined, Locuris is his character here. Rizzo is what you would see him as in Discord. I mean, he played over 1,000 hours on this server easy. He became our road engineer, and so this road leads out of town. Kind of the first time we really expanded out of the village in our building, and so we'll just kind of do a little quick run, and it'll end up at probably one of the other most used locations on the server, something that Al himself designed that we, with his permission, refreshed a little bit
This bridge
in
is sick.
preparation for the stream.
It's the most useful location, at least
Yeah.
for us builders.
If not most used, certainly most useful. We hop out right here, we can see the first major farm on the server that we were using.
Oh yeah, I remember this. Oh, it all just rendered in. I was gonna say we stopped using it, but now I see the flowers. Yeah,
I thought so at
this
the
still
same
looks
time.
so nice.
Then we'll hop the fence here and head to the server's first drinking establishment.
I know where this is going. This is making my builds look shoddy. That's funny, Terrier. Me too. A random dead person there. Believe it or not, there's way crazier stuff to come still.
You know, the core group has talked over that time, and one of the things that has really been neat about this is just how we've all unintentionally pushed each other to, you know, expand on, you know, building techniques, and, you know, from what we can steal from the internet to what we come up with ourselves. But
Yeah.
it's certainly been a collaborative process. So this is a Salty Sea Dog, Al, Locuris's first and the server's first drinking establishment. Many ends of server streams ended up here.
We've lost the original barman though.
We did.
Yeah,
We did.
Tim passed away, unfortunately. But Tim,
Wait, I somehow lost my... There we go.
Buffy, you took my mug.
Yeah, so
you've been taking everyone's mugs.
a lot of what we've been looking at, right, so far aside from like the tower. It's like it's been sort of semi chronological order ish, I guess. We started like there's a lot of older builds in this area, except for the wizard tower. So just bear in mind that everyone has gotten better at builds as time has gone on. That's why the wizard build tower is so crazy, because that was like recently finished, right?
Al hasn't seen this yet either, so this will be Al's first time seeing what we did to his his wood farm. So this is Al's first base where he set up shop when he came on the server, and then he built his connection of roads down to a dock and also down to the wood farm. But the wood farm, he built it on the side of inside of a ravine, and using gravity and collision, it really helps speed up the process for getting wood and cutting down trees. So when we say it's one of the most used, probably 100,000 wood or more has been.
And 90% of the buildings on the server has been built with wood from this place.
Yeah, maybe you guys could actually explain exactly how this works for chat a little bit, because I'm sure lots of people don't even really know that this is a thing.
Well, so when you plant a tree, you can control its direction it falls by the way you're facing when it falls. The other thing is with gravity and the collision damage, you can get a chain reaction going that allows the speed at which you can break down trees to increase. And so that's where it really helps, especially when you're trying to by yourself. You need like 1,000 wood for a build project. But this was just a flat surface down here, functionally perfect. We added a small meandering stream, a sawmill you'd expect to maybe see at a wood farm.
Wait, what the fuck? This seems like it'd be a nightmare to get this log in here.
That was a challenge.
That's awesome.
It was also hard to get these to be stacked on top of each other in a log pile. Yeah, it was originally, this whole thing was a river that Al filled in and leveled out. And then we kind of returned nature back to it and added some functions. So here's some logs ready to go in the sawmill, and a little pond where the head woodsman has a little hut that he sleeps in. Claire did this. Everybody, Canary, Mark, Fluffy, myself, participated in this. This was an idea Canary had for something to do before the server stream, because we just didn't think we had a lot of time. And this ended up getting completed in, I think, only 20 in-game days, so we still had so much time left. This structure is an ode to the original structure that Al had here for us to store wood in. The original structure was probably another 60 meters long with the same design, so we kept it here as a just kind of to honor the original. And then
it went all the way over here to the sawmill. It was a big building, stacked up, filled with wood.
But clearly you can get a lot of coal produced here, and then figured we needed a upgraded storage facility where we can actually store the wood in chests instead of physical stacks, and then an actual dock that you could pull up to with some connectivity to other places on the server, since we always need to use it or come out here to grab more. But this is Al's wood farm. The reimagined
awesome.
state of it.
You know what I like about this is the way it's all spaced out really feels like to scale. It makes it feel like more realistic, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Claire says to go in the woodcutter's house.
Ah, yes, Claire.
It's this one, right?
Yeah.
Ooh. So cozy.
Yeah, and so Claire is, you know, such a crazy attention to detail. So I think one of the things she wants me to show, and I know, kind of like the shoe shine hut, is she was able to find a way to place an axe with the grinding wheel attachment for a forge, where it looks like when you're sitting there, you're actually having it on the grinding wheel.
That is actually awesome.
And then over here for the vice upgrade for the black forge, she was able to position an axe so it looks like it's actually inside the vice, directly underneath this lantern here. If you zoom in,
Wait.
you can see a black metal axe that she used.
Oh yeah. It's kind of hard to see with it getting dark. Let me see maybe if I put this this on.
There you
Yeah,
go.
that. You see, there's actually an axe in there, chat, in the vice.
Super creative.
It's genius.
Great job, Claire.
Maybe that's a little better, actually. There you go. You see it now better. It's lit from the front. I'm kind of obsessed with these tiny little things. I feel like you always get people in games doing big, crazy builds. It's always been a thing. But the little tiny details feel like is very rare.
Great job, everybody. Al, I hope we made you proud. We'll head back to the portal room, and it's time to go take a look at some of Richard's incredible creations. And so we'll start with the 100,000 stone pyramid.
How Mike's posted a screenshot in the Discord of the 10,000 day thing. Just noticed.
We'll go up these stairs here and let you go through this portal first, Nick.
Yep.
Labeled pyramid.
These portals should have their own individual sound setting. Yeah, it would definitely be useful when you've got a portal hub this big. Oh my god, the FPS feels incredible now. Oh yeah, I remember this. This is a cool one.
Yeah, so this is another build that has just been kind of an ongoing project for Richard, but you know, using geometry, getting this perfectly square. But then the surrounding area down below here that you'll be able to see, it's a little dark right now, including the massive windmill off in the distance. He really kind of created a community feel around the pyramid itself.
I guess now we're past 10,000 days. It's if we do want to randomly sleep to skip the night, it's not a big deal, right?
Yeah, we could do that. Anybody? Richard will have some wood. We can lay a bunch of beds down inside the pyramid itself.
Yep.
That's a good one, Ali Cat. Yeah, we just passed 10,000 days live. That's sort of what we're celebrating today by playing with patrons on the server. This is our build server for people that support the channel on Patreon.
it's a blizzard up here, but let's hop down and just do a quick run around all the pathing and small structures that Richard did around here, because he also built a life-size windmill out in the area.
Yeah, the windmill's so cool. So it's so funny seeing the normal windmill next to it, how tiny it looks.
You know, he's got a boat builder area here and little huts all over the place. And I mean, this has been a passion project, I know, for Richard. You know, you come back to it and add to it. The windmill itself is absolutely a gorgeous, you know, sight to see. But I mean, yeah, there's a lot of resources and a lot of time and effort and creativity. It's, you know, kudos to Richard, and we'll see more things that he's done. He certainly has a unique eye for things he creates.
Definitely.
Yeah, apologies in advance for all the wolves. I know who you can blame for that. He's on this chat right now.
Well, they keep us safe.
Yep. We'll try to pick up the pace a little bit here. So we'll head back to the portal room itself. As we were doing things, important note here. So I remember I had to have you roll it back because there was an update where
Oh, yeah.
the terrain would not, the terrain modifications wouldn't come into place in time, and it was ruining some of the builds. Well, what we didn't know at the time was Richard had completed 2 massive builds we didn't know, and he had to completely start over after the reset. So when we go see these 2 new builds of Richard's, you got to know that he built them once and then built them again.
Oh, damn. True, Raina. She says, wolves, you mean your pack of good boys?
Yes.
I don't know what to say about these. They'll speak for themselves, but we'll pop up here. I don't know, you know, here in the States it's not the same, but I guess what VALHEIM server would be complete without a 2-scale soccer field?
I don't think I've seen this.
You haven't.
What the fuck?
I know, yeah. I guess
This is insane. We've got a few players on the field as well. That's the foul, that definitely, Dana.
yeah. I don't know if you can typically dual wield during soccer matches. So yeah, so he flattened this out and leveled it out, and then had to do it again and put all of the measurements down. He's still working on this. He's going to build skyboxes for viewing up there, but you know, this is crazy. The scope of this is just, the amount of time that I know this took is insane.
The
Dedication.
scale looks perfect, pretty much. Pretty close to it.
And so we saw this, and we're like, wow, Richard, I can't believe you had to do that. This is crazy. This is huge. And then he showed us the next one.
That was funny. We had no idea.
We're all going to want to eat and have some stamina meads for the next one.
Okay. Definitely regulation, Richard.
We will have to open the map when we get to this next one. It's at the end of this little ledge here, not the one in the middle, but the one here on the end. So Nick, it won't matter if you go through first because the frame rate up here is okay.
Oh.
I'm standing
Wait, what am I supposed to
right
do?
in front of it.
I'll go for that one.
You see where I'm at? Yeah, we're gonna go into this one right here, the one that's labeled the walkway.
Right, I got right here.
Yep. And I don't know what to say.
You guys are still
Once
finding
you're through,
creative
Nick.
ways to
Yeah.
stack
you-
get more portals.
When you
Okay.
come through, Nick, tell me when your map's open.
My map?
Mhm.
You want me to open my map?
Please do. I know.
Okay.
Okay, so you see where we're standing in this lake that's right here?
Yeah.
Richard built a boardwalk all the way
What
around
the
this
fuck?
lake. And he's timed himself, so the lap record is 210 seconds.
Jesus Christ. By the way, someone asked to show the whole map. I'm going to try and zoom out now. I'm not going to do it for long because it's going to be a nightmare, but there you go. It's totally illegible unless you zoom really far in. Okay. Let's go for looking at the map.
If you'll indulge me, I don't think you can truly showcase how big in scope this is if we don't actually run
Yep.
run a lap. So, does everybody have anybody have Ike here too that we can pop?
Yeah, I do actually.
Oh, nice.
All right, guys. I haven't even been around this yet.
Wait, so I'm sorry if I missed the detail. Do we know how long this took him to do?
If he can, maybe if he's in chat, maybe he can tell us. I didn't ask him, but it is not something that took only a couple hours for sure.
Now we need some swan boats and a lake in the middle now. That's all it needs.
Just a nice elevated nature platform.
I mean, that mountain is up the other side of it.
I can't believe you did this, Richard.
Yeah, this is insane. This world
Like,
is about 3 years old.
Vanilla. This is vanilla. No build camera. Hauling all of your own materials. This is nuts.
Yep. So I guess whilst we're doing this is actually probably a good time for me to just recap for anyone that might have tuned in partway through that missed the intro to explain what we're doing. Yeah, so for anyone that doesn't know, I don't like massively push this because I only want people to join the Patreon that actually genuinely want to support the content. I don't really want them just to do it to get access to this. I want people that are sincere about helping out. But in case you don't know, if you support me and my content on Patreon, you get access to a couple of Valheim servers, and this is one of them. And this build server is the first server we started shortly after Valheim had launched. And the idea I had with this server when we launched it was that I was never going to reset it, which meant that builders could count on their builds not ever being deleted from the server. And so this has become our build server, and it's been going now for a few years. And today on stream, we just hit 10,000 Valheim days. And so this is a little bit of a celebration of all of the builds on the server, celebrating 10,000 in-game days on the server. And so to celebrate, We're being joined here by Fluffy and Dana. We actually just made Dana our admin so he can find any troublemakers if that ever happens, although he basically never does. And Fluffy's been with us since the beginning. And yeah, the guys are touring, giving us the tour of all the crazy builds on this server. There's tons and tons and tons of builds. It's going to take us over 4 hours to get through just what the planned tour is that the guys have put together for us, to show you guys some of the highlights. And we're about an hour and 45 minutes into it. So that's what we're doing right now. I don't know, Dana, if you want to repeat some of the statistics you have on the top of the dome of how many hours and how much time some of you guys have put into the builds on the server.
Well, I can tell you that the 3 of the 4 core builders have almost or just over 5,000 in-game hours, and I'm at 5,200, and I think Fluffy's at 4,800, Al's at 1,500, Richard's at 5,000, Canary and Mark are at 5,000. They're kids who play on here, a couple of thousands, and the majority of that has been spent on this server building. To give that any scope. Our longest build, our biggest build, the ski lodge, which we'll see later, took a combined 1,700 hours, not in-game hours, we're talking real life hours to complete. So there's just, we keep coming back and finding reasons to play together, and you know, if that gives any idea to the scope of you know, what's been done here. That should help a little bit.
Yeah, thanks for that. You're doing a very good job, guys, at this tour, by the way.
I think we go. Do we go through this one to go back to the portal room? Richard, kudos. This is nuts.
Yeah, this is crazy.
Insane.
We just walked all around this.
Just
oh my
nuts.
god! I opened the
And,
map.
like,
Don't do it. Shit! Instinct. Open the map. Don't do it. Go away.
he was so nonchalant about it too. Oh yeah. Oh, server stream. Yeah, I have a couple new builds. Like, by the way. Hopefully he can. If he's still on chat, he can chime in with how long it took him to make.
He says on and off
2 to 3
for
weeks.
2 or 3 weeks. Yeah, and had to rebuild after server reset. Very zen after the building pattern was established. Swamp Heart was the toughest.
That's awesome. And kind of to keep in lockstep with some of the stuff Richard's done, we're gonna hop up to this ledge because he created a park in a mountain and completely terraformed 2 mountain peaks with trails, as well as art exhibits and installations through here, Silver Vein Park.
Oh, I remember this. Yeah, this is super cool.
Yeah, so he's got a curated section of the park where there's maintained art installations and whatnot. But at risk of your computer crashing, if you'll indulge me, Nick, and open your map once again really quick.
Okay.
He
Thank you.
terraformed with trails all of this. So this is like a nature reserve where you can hike 2 different peaks. You know, like, I don't know, a national park in real life. It's just the amount of
That's
time
awesome.
that clearly took is insane.
Oh yeah, he's awesome with the silver veins on display here as well. It would actually be interesting if someone could figure out how, like, a build that utilizes those silver veins as more of like a main feature. Like, I wonder what you could make it into. Maybe like a serpent or a dragon or something. Is it kind of like a weird organic shape, right?
So there's like, I think 7 or 8 egg locations. Just
I've
funny
lost you,
thing about
Dana.
this path. Where you at? There you go. Here. Sorry.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
This path was not a part of Richard's build, but when we found out that he'd been collecting eggs for 9 months and had 172 eggs in chests, we made this path as we were robbing him blind to take them to other areas of the location, because this leads off the mountain to a place where we would dock a boat. It's not actually part of his terraforming.
Got ya.
But yeah, if we run up here, you can just kind of see all of these trails. And when we get to here and you look across, and he did the same to that peak as well.
That is, it looks cool. Seeing the rock dug out over there.
Nick, how are we doing on time? Are we a couple hours in at this point?
A little bit under. We're making good time. 1 hour 50-ish.
I think it's this one.
Just getting my drink. One sec.
Hey Fluffy, could you maybe take the lead here? We'll go through your place and check out your Drake's Nest and your Elder Base.
Yes. Even though I have the nice townhouse, thank you, Dana, then the base by the Serpent Alley is where I spend most of my time.
You know it's a fluffy place when there's wolves everywhere.
Yeah.
There are some wolves involved, yes. And I'm not sure I can express how relieved I was when they got up the tame wolves. That was a really... Yeah.
I remember
if you
what it used to sound
relief.
like.
If you open your map, Nick, I know, but you'll
If I
see
zoom in, it's alright.
If you see where I'm pinging all of these serpent markers,
Oh, whoa.
Fluffy
Yeah.
has marked. Fluffy has marked every single serpent he's killed out here.
Right.
But it's a crazy heavy spawn point. What is your record out there, Fluffy? Like 7 serpents in one night?
6 or 7, yeah. There's a memorial down here. Let's check it.
Oh, whoa, this actually looks really
Pixel
nice
punch,
with the curved wood around the sides.
Server day 4421. That's 5,600 days ago, yeah.
Yeah, I made some beds inside so we can sleep till daytime really quick inside his place.
It is so cool, right, Jeremiah? It's always crazy. So there's actually a lot of new stuff, right, since the last stream we did. A lot.
Yeah, we counted 14 different locations that were either completely new or had a full refresh. We were able to get that done amongst the group in the last 270 in-game days before 10K.
Is Epic seeing an extra 0 now, isn't it, on the day counter?
Yep.
And then we head on to the underground base.
Yep.
Where I faced the Black Forest the first time.
Yeah.
So I dug a rabbit hole under the Elder base. And above is where we fought the Elder for the keys to your summer villa by the coast, Nick.
Yeah, this is really nice. You've actually spruced it up a bit since last time I was here.
Yeah, I
Well,
rebuilt it.
you built this. You built this like probably what, like March, April 2021. Like this was early on.
Yeah, I mean, one of the first things I did. I think I did this before I built the base by.
I can't believe it's that
Alley.
long ago.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And this
Oh, there's
leads, amongst other, to the Drake Nest.
I'm gonna apologize on behalf of Nick, on behalf of Fluffy in advance. When chicken eggs came out, Fluffy got a little carried away, and as we continue on, he felt it necessary, I think, to put a chicken breeder in every single build on the server. I appreciate being made admin. I think I've banned Fluffy 7 times since given that privilege. I've let him back in, but it helps me feel better. Like, take that, ban him for 24 hours.
Fan in the chat is asking how many hours of the game to be able to build all this. We talked about it a little earlier, but it's thousands of hours stretched. Basically, multiple players, like roughly a dozen players, thousands of hours each. Basically, some a little more than others, but yeah, a lot.
Yeah, there's 4 of us that have 20,000 hours combined in game, and I'd say 70% of that is in this server.
It's been going on for 3 years, basically. So a long
Here
time.
we have the chicken machine.
Yeah, the totally
yeah.
unnecessary chicken breeder.
I didn't hear you complaining about the omelets earlier when we were over.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I said that out loud. I'll use my inside voice. My apologies.
Oh, bye, Roy. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, this is a cool place as well. I mean, the location doesn't really get much better than this, does it?
Well, it's a nice view. It is, and a nice place for a morning bath. So we can't really see, but we have Canary's Rest down here. So I think we'll be heading there via the portal room this time.
I think that's next.
Yeah, so let's go downstairs, say bye to the chicken and hens.
Yeah, so we're gonna tour the Canary's build. Canary and her husband Mark and their 3 kids came in over a year ago, and they can correct me how long that was. And it was clear right off the bat that we all had a similar mindset with respect to building and the love for it. And we have been digitally attached at the hip ever since. Not just here, but other servers, but they have been hugely integral in everything that's been done on the server, and you've seen Claire's lasting impressions she's left, but they're just an amazing bunch, an incredible family, and just such good people.
Portal room via, what is the date? Maybe. in case anyone needs to stock up on food. We'll do it now, and
Yeah, I'll check. Yeah, probably a good idea.
Good. There's arrows over here if anybody needs them. I'll repair.
Taking a lot of food, but I need it. Got to keep up the pace on the tour.
yep.
You guys are doing a great job, though.
Better be full than hungry.
True.
So we'll go up to the top to the Court of Reckoning, and we'll head to the Canaries' first build on the server. They built this huge sprawling homestead. It was absolutely gorgeous. And then take a tour of a couple of more of their places, and then we'll start getting into the big stuff.
Thanks, Try to Die Happy. I'm glad you enjoy the content, bud. Welcome to the stream. And thanks for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate that. Also, let me catch up a little bit. I might have missed a few things. Yeah, thanks for the follow on Twitch. Gizmo Bargains. Nice name, like it. Yeah, I think we're good there. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Interesting side note here. These are gorgeous. This is a gorgeous starter homestead, and we'll go inside and walk around. The Canaries, they followed the rules. They started with new characters on a server that had night fuelings and grinded out all of their own resources amidst that. So all of this stuff, they did it the hard way. We encouraged them to take what was already done, but they insisted. So clearly not easy when you're in troll gear trying to mine copper nodes and you have fuelings attacking you. But that was the way they chose to do it.
It's also so wholesome. I love that we've got like a whole family that plays co-op Valheim together on the server. I love it.
Yeah, this is their starter. I mean, it's a pretty elaborate starter. It was clear right away that they had an eye for building, and it was just a matter of time before we all joined forces. And as we get into the bigger builds, it was a collaborative effort from all of us.
Claire in the chat on Twitch says, I honestly joined just with the intention of being a supplies gatherer, and building has never been my main goal in any survival games. Well, I got caught up in the adventuring, and then someone, in brackets Dana, convinced me to work on builds. That's crazy, Claire, because you're so good at it.
She's amazing.
I've voluntold her a few things, but I'll be honest with you. When I mentioned earlier just how we all push each other, just the creativity and looking at things through, somebody else's eyes, it's benefited all of us. Their other daughter, Duckling, built her place out here.
Nice. Do we go in?
Yeah.
Oh, this is nice. I love this hexagon fireplace. It's actually... I remember this.
Wow, this is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it's nice. It's like there's something about like builds sometimes. Like obviously, sometimes when you build something in Valheim, you have a certain space to work with, or you know, just got to do what you got to do space wise. But there's something about like when things seem like really to scale like this, where it just makes it feel so much more realistic, right? When it's like a realistic size room and stuff.
And it's sometimes more difficult when you don't have those constraints, you know, because, you know, the scope and everything is something you have to decide on.
Yeah, it's super hard to, like you were saying earlier, like to plan ahead and think of the scale of the interior and stuff as you're building something. It's really hard to get it all like perfect with the scale of things. Oh, I love this little village over here. It's sick. I remember this.
And this is the game warden house that Claire built. And again, just so many details.
Let me just double check my settings now. It's running good because there we go. Sun shafts off. That's better. Yeah, that's better. Because it's running great now in these builds. Claire says Mark built the game warden's house and I decorated it. Yeah, it's awesome. I love this little office here. Look at this as well. Hunting permits. Vision permits. Regional maps. Genius. Hello, Lucas.
Right,
what
so
we're doing
we'll
today is touring the Patreon server with some of our longest Patreon subscribers. And they're giving us the tour of all the crazy builds on the Patreon server to celebrate hitting 10,000 Valheim days.
Fluffy, do you remember how to get to the tree house that the Canaries built
Armag 4.
in the swamp? Really quick.
There is a portal from their base, at the base, I think. There. You have to go back. There.
Claire?
Could be from over the...
I looked and I couldn't tell. Let's see our...
Bird's eye view is what they're saying in the chat.
Oh! Okay, I think it is. Bird's eye view has a portal room. Before you guys come back through, let me just go look for it. I think I know where it's at. It's on the top floor. Yeah, it's on the top floor. You can come back through the portal room. It's at times confusing to remember where the link to everything is because there's so much.
Yeah, I don't know how you guys do it.
We're gonna go all the way to the top, this long stairway here along the wall, back wall.
All right, Mike. Have a good one, mate. Thanks for stopping by.
So Mark saw the treehouse that we'll see later, and it inspired him to do something like that, but he wanted to do it in a different location. So they found a great location in the swamp they liked, and so this is, you know, his take on something like that. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Whoa. Wait. I don't remember if I've
And I
seen
think
this.
you've been here before.
I think I might have, yeah. It's cool, though. Pretty cool. these like diamond-shaped tunnels that we've got in a few places on this server, for whatever reason, I always just think I'm in the Millennium Falcon every time I see it. That's all I think of every time.
And again, just it never gets old, but you got to point it out, the attention, every nook and cranny, there's just the attention to detail. End tables, furniture, bookshelves, paintings, murals. It's just really adds to that immersive feeling.
All right, I'm actually just now roughly halfway through. I'm just gonna quickly run to the bathroom and just grab a drink. I'll just be a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere, guys. Dana and Fluffy, feel free if you guys want to talk to chat in the meantime or whatever. If anyone in chat has any questions. So yeah, you're steering the ship temporarily, guys. Don't get me banned or demonetized, all right? I'm just gonna grab a snack.
We'll do our best.
All right, so does that, guys?
Q&A session then. So any questions, chat? Now that we have time to read what you're writing.
Yeah, I'm not able to see it, so I'll let you relay.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on it. Could also mention that this is the 4th Iron Bank on the server. We started out, this was before Hearth and Home, and I think the limit on the server was at 450 sunken crypts on a world seed. So there are a lot more crypts for iron on the server than on worlds that have been generated after Hearth and Home. So our first Iron Bank had 41 crypts. We then moved, after that was cleared out, we moved on to Iron Bank 2 and 3, and this is Iron Bank 4.
Actually, this one isn't. We'll go to that one later. This is a
right,
little
yeah,
island, but
just the island.
Yeah, we were very creative with our naming of these large swamp areas. We got really creative with that.
Yeah, this is just east of the original Iron Bank.
Yeah, you don't find that anymore. It's very hard to find on a New World seed a swamp area that would have 20 crypts in it, even. This one just seemed to have 3 or 4 different swamps that had, 35 plus. We tried to build in all of them. I think the second one, Skull, was on at that time. There's 38 crypts in that one, and he had emptied them out so fast it was faster than we could build something there, and so we just have an abandoned.
We have a dock there.
Yep.
Yep.
I think your castles probably took all of the iron from those 35 crypts.
And yes, Nella, the Enchanted Forest is on the list.
Yes.
Have a good evening, Lucas.
I got him.
Oh, nice. And as you can see, Nick. drag out first and check for blobs.
Yeah, Nick, just continue this way.
There's no rush.
No, take your time. Soak it in.
He has ownership, I think.
I know.
Was it me? Oh,
Maybe you do.
oh, you went through. You and Nick went through before me.
Yeah, we're a little over halfway.
Yeah, we're getting there. It's slow but steady going.
Oh, Nick, you want to keep going? Okay, here. Go this way.
Yes, building in the swamp can be a challenge, but with lighting and so on, it's always great fun. So just make sure to build an extra bed and be prepared to die a lot, but it's fun. Highly recommended.
You guys trying to push me to the next destination?
Yeah. Do you like what you see, Nick?
Good to see you guys keeping up the work, even though I'm not around. All right. Where were we?
Swamp kitchen.
We're in their treehouse, and you know, it sprawls through these swamp trees with different rooms and areas that are themed out, from workshops to kitchens to bed areas, and it's just you know, so much thought goes into it. It's easier to kind of look around and pan your camera when the frame rate's not a disaster too.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. So Fluffy was mentioning while you were on a break that, and you touched on this when you talked about your all swamp challenge, that I don't know if it's pre-Mistlands or pre-Hearth and Home, the limit for sunken crypts on a world seed was 450, and that shrank to 250, and so on this specific world feed, we had found 4 different swamps that had over 35 sunken crypts in it. And, you know, those obviously became hubs for us to farm iron. And we've shown it before, was something we called an iron bank from Game of Thrones. We built the structure there while we were mining. And when the Canaries joined, they saw what we did, and again, this was a kind of one of my hold my beer moments, and so we'll just check out what Canary envisioned for, you know, a hub for mining a swamp that had an extensive number of sunken crypts. Do we want to sleep? I know it
Sure.
won't really matter in the crypt, but I'll lay down a few beds right here. Don't forget to eat.
I did forget, but then I remembered before I died.
We'll go down to the bottom floor. It's a portal near the central bonfire. Maybe I'm no. It's up here on the up here. Where am I going? Ah, this way. Yep, so this this area is home to over 40 sunken crypts, so farming it, they made a massive structure and dock system and smelting area. It's absolutely gorgeous, well thought out. Canary's boat slips are always perfect. This is just a really excessive thing to build just for a place that you're going to be sailing to pick up iron.
Very cool, though. I definitely think the swamp is one of the lesser utilized biomes for builds just because it's such a pain in the arse. So it's really cool how many we've got on the server.
It certainly is. You know, you're always, you know, you always have the wet buff. You know, the night spawns are annoying, but one cool thing is the wisp fountains are constantly producing wisps because it's always dark enough.
Yeah. Canary says, I didn't start playing until Hearth and Home. This was my first real build on my own. Yeah, it's crazy. I can't believe any of the Canaries were new to building or joining this server because they're insane. Oh, this walkway, actually, I forgot about this. It almost... It's like a bit of an illusion or something. It looks sick. It's almost like a trippy vibe, right, when you look up from here.
Yeah, it gives me like a spinal column feel.
Yeah. Definitely.
But yeah, I mean, again,
Bone mass shaped. Yeah, exactly.
you know, playing to excess was kind of always something fun to do. You know, why get enough resin for just what you need? Why not get enough to fill an entire building? That's been always Fluffy's motto with just about every resource. But
the resin is the heart and blood of this server.
But excess when it comes to building is also something that the Canary family have the same mindset on. And so thinking about the fact that, you know, you look up here and she has something wrapping around the tree, and this is her first build on her own, this is incredible. Kudos to Canary and all of her creativity.
Definitely.
So one more small build and then we'll get into the big stuff. We'll head back to the portal room. And I don't want Nella to think that we forgot about it. It was on the list. I have proof, Nella. But we're going to go take a tour of Nella's enchanted forest.
Blair says, I'm going to assume Dana is to blame for all the items on the bed.
That would be me. It was all I could do before I had admin privileges to penalize Fluffy, was just throw stuff on his bed. Where am I going? Over this way, gentlemen. And up on this little ledge at the end. Not a lot of instances it shouldn't matter who goes first.
Okay.
It will on the later.
Oh yeah, this one's a cool little one as well.
Yeah, Nella would tell you that, you know, this is where she put into practice things she learned at YouTube University. Fun things that we didn't know you could do with the building mechanics. A lot of fine wood, obviously. And then this cute little walkway that's lit up into the trees.
Whoa, that's a nice pattern there on the ground.
I think if I remember correctly, it took Fluffy and I a couple of days of farming fine wood to keep up with Nella's consumption here for item stands, but we did it.
Yeah. The only thing we didn't have to do was picking all the yellow mushrooms, because Nella always keeps a healthy supply of yellow mushrooms.
Yes, she does.
It's like a fairy village, yeah.
And I don't know if you noticed the bridge, Nick, in the northeast, crossing over the meadows over there.
Well,
It's
that's
also
cool
Nella's
looking.
work.
So from here, we're gonna start getting into the really massive builds on the server, and so some of these will have some instance challenges. And so if you, Nick, just tell us to stop or hold on if you need to adjust anything or tinker with things. And we'll try not to rush through them. We're in a good place time-wise.
Wait, so the next thing we're seeing is going to be like crazy amount of instances?
The next 10.
Not crazy, but it's not
Everything
like
that we, I'm just saying that everything we have left to show are all of the
Yeah.
massive builds. So
I'll just leave my settings for now. If I have to turn them down, I have to turn them down.
Yep, just let us know.
It never helps that much to turn them down, really.
No, it doesn't.
But it does help a little.
But this is gorgeous. Great job, Nella.
And if you're back on the server, then have a look at night. The lighting and all the mushrooms and the ambience is very different. It's a very interesting place in dark.
I mean, all of them really. I think what's unique is that, you know, that consideration was built into the construction of everything, not just
right.
look in the day. But no, I'm just saying she did a great job of that. But also for anybody else that wants to join, I know we're doing most everything in day, but everything has another great look and feel when you see it at night.
Yeah, if there's some builds you guys want to show at night, we can try and make that happen if you want.
I think we went through the wrong portal, so we're gonna go through
We
here.
did.
That's okay. There's 6 degrees of separation on this server. Go slightly out of order, Fluffy. We'll go to Fishtrap Village.
Yes.
Oh my god. Having my settings turned up going into here is definitely not good.
We're almost out of it though. We're gonna go through this portal right here, Nick.
Nick didn't hesitate at all.
Yeah. Just go.
It makes me car sick to run around in the village.
Okay.
So this is a perfect place to come out at. If we go over to the left, Nick, this you built.
Yeah.
This was a server stream that chat wanted us to do a fish trap.
Yep.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, this is me
And-
showing chat how to do a fish trap. And it did kind of work okay when it was newly built, but it's basically useless now, right?
Oh no, I've caught 3 fish on it, so it
we've
still,
caught fish
still
on it.
works. Yeah, it
Okay,
actually
still
is still
works.
functional. Depends on the spawn, and it's hard to get things to spawn based on what we did around it, because I think at the end you made some sort of comment like it would be fun to build a restaurant right around here, or maybe chat
That's right.
did, and so
That's what I said. Yeah, it's a
yeah,
that
so
was
that
like
was
a
you know,
challenge or
hold
something
my
for you
beer,
guys.
hold my beer moment, and we've popped out in the kitchen area of a restaurant in an entire village we built around it. Aptly named Fish Trap Village.
Yeah, so I said there should be a seafood restaurant next to the fish trap, but then this is what they did, chat. So pretty crazy. A whole village. I remember this. Patrons
Yeah,
only.
the Patreons only booth in case there's interlopers that break into the server. They know they can't sit here. And of course, no restaurant is complete without a lounge and bar. You can sail up to get your alcohol. Don't boat and drive, folks, but
Oh yeah, this bar is so good as well.
and if to put it in a little perspective, this island I'm looking at right here is where your holiday home is, and that tree is about where Mad Welsh Biker built his portal area. So we did all of that this close to the Fish Trap Village. And then if you come out the front doors of the restaurant where you enter, a customer would enter.
The hostess. We've got to remember to show this. Yeah, this is still so nice looking.
You know, everybody, the whole core group contributed to building communal structures that you might find in a village and their own residences. You know, talking about everybody's individual uniqueness. This is all freehand built in the shape of a fish, with a portal for a butthole over here. I mean, I don't know any other way to describe it. I think that was
I still
accidental.
think this looks like a rabbit from this side. Oops.
Wasn't there also fish?
Yeah, if you go in there, I think that there's fishing
Yeah,
bait,
yeah, that's right.
and then you can actually go
Cooked
down
fish.
underneath through those little doors.
This is so crazy.
Shortly after this, we had the first Christmas tree update. So you know, there's this massive Christmas tree in the middle courtyard. This is the residence Fluffy built. Carl or Badger built his over here.
Badger, by the way, / Carl, you guys might recall, this is the person that helps us with the mods in the challenge videos. Any viewers watching might not put 2 and 2 together there, but this is the same legend there. Saved the day on a couple of videos with mods.
He has
And then-
saved many a days also without mods.
You can look up and see the profile of the different residences. The one with the serpent is the one I built, and Rizzo was out at the time, so we decided to build him his own residence just to kind of fill up the village itself. So this is one of the rare builds that doesn't really have a lot of interior. We're still waiting for him to return and decorate this as he sees fit.
Yeah, awesome.
And he was on earlier, so he's
Awesome
back.
view. Yeah, got to talk about this house it being almost in the shape of a serpent, because this is genius.
Yeah, this is one of the few builds that I did where I actually kind of mapped out the floor plan, and as I started doing it, I thought, well, as this roof was done, it almost looks like the spine of something, and so as things worked out, I put a serpent head on there, and I thought, well, serpent would need a tail, so tried to come up with something using building pieces that might make it look like a tail, and it kind of turned out pretty good, so naming the building the Serpent's Tail seemed fitting.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it was fun.
I
All
love
of it's
it.
been fun.
I see the tax collector has been.
I taxed that heavily. Yes.
Yep.
It's got a storage area inside of all of these residences. Again, other than Al's, is fully furnished. This is Fluffy and Nella built this together, I believe. It's called the No Privacy Inn because you can see into everybody's rooms.
One of the smallest bars we've built on the server.
And then this cone-shaped thing is where you can do your workshop and building, and then this is the town hall. All the major decisions in Fishtrap Village get decided here at the council table. There's still an old agenda up there from the second town meeting. But one of the biggest concerns of the residents here in Fishtrap Village is the landlord and baron whose castle the back entrance of the village leads to. He's constantly a thorn in their side. So maybe we'll go walk out the back door and check out where he lives. This build that we're coming up on, this is Fluffy's castle. We joke and might be half serious that this probably took a third of the entire iron on the server.
Yeah.
Water maybe, no more.
And as we get to about here, it should start rendering in the distance.
This is a really cool one, chap.
And maybe we'll just kind of stop right here for a second and wait for torches on the outside to render in. That way we know everything else is.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, when that lattice work you see vertically on the side of these cylindrical columns, when you see torches appear there, let me
Yes,
know.
the green ones, yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You already see them?
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
All right, good. It's just a really good view from right here before we go inside. It's worth just kind of hopping up here and just seeing the profile of this build.
Such a cool castle.
So this is Fluffy. Fluffy built this. He had some input and assistance early on from Nella. And then we jumped in after the structure was built to help in some of the areas trying to finish the inside.
Yeah, Nella caught me. I didn't tell anyone I was building this. But then one day, or when I saw other people logging in, I would run down to Fishtrap Village and Portal Away. But then one day I didn't notice Nella, and she came up behind me and said, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Nothing." And she said, "This is not tall enough. You have to build it taller." So it got a bit bigger.
Martin in the chat says, just wanted to say you guys are absolutely insane. And Claire also on Twitch is saying, Fluffy's Castle was one of the first builds I explored on the server. I chose it from the portal room whilst I was learning where things were. Yeah, it's definitely a super cool one to explore.
Yeah, it is. And we'll explore this whole thing because every area is fully finished with unique, you know, handmade cabinetry and decor, you know, from these, this countertop with chests to the cupboards up top to Nella's art piece on the wall over here. It's absolutely gorgeous.
I was going to say that we have to show this piece of art. It's so cool. Some sort of abstract art piece.
So the ground floor has this very spacious main hall. The kitchen that we're just in, here's the workshop with some storage and all of the workbenches that you would need. This is one of the first ones that we built that had such a big scope.
Yes. This is all totally vanilla, no mods or anything, Martin. This is just... This server has been going for 3 years without being reset, so it's like thousands of hours of a large group of people.
Yeah, Martin, no blueprints, but there was some drawing on napkins and...
Drawing on napkins.
Yes. I used, what's it called, checkered paper. I mean, where you have the lines and columns.
The graph paper.
Oh yeah, we call it graph paper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bunk beds. I was commissioned to build a bar that we'll see upstairs. 2 of them. I always loved this stairway. It's never easy to make curved stairways look clean, and it just was really neat the way he did that. But then up here, the fact that these crenellations and that he actually has portals so that he can refill the wood on all these bonfires. Everything's accessible. And then, you know, the ballista, before we had a ballista, here's what a ballista looked like.
I know, yeah. It's so, I love it though that this little pile of rocks just, it's like ammo waiting to be loaded in. It's so good.
This is we always referred to Nella as the mayor, so here's Nella's the mayor's boudoir.
Stacking racks, I see.
Yeah, she's loaded.
How do you get up to your bedroom, Fluffy? You remember?
Yes. There's a portal from the main bedroom. Or the guest bedroom down below.
This room seems like there's nothing in it, but if you hop up here, there's a VIP bar area. And again, just looking up the roof design.
Oh yeah, whoa. Definitely didn't remember this crazy roof. It's so weird. It's like, it was like a fractal. Or what do they call it? It's not a fractal, is it? When it's this... What's it called? I don't remember. Well, yeah, rotating it, super trippy. Just rotating the camera, like a kaleidoscope almost.
All the fun happens though out here on the back patio. So we got a full bar with a serpentine front, refrigeration, 9 fermenters, barbecue grill, seating.
This is awesome. From the crazier bars. Love this barbecue area. So good.
So, do we want to enter 5 pillars, Fluffy, in the daytime? Because that's where we're going next.
No, we can go there at night. Do we portal to your end or directly to the Enterprise, or?
If we portal, we can get there from a portal at my house that would go from the end, and we could walk down the walkway. That might work.
Yeah.
We just need to find the portal to the portal room from here. I think it's on this side. The workshop.
Yep.
Yeah, it is in here. So we'll go in here.
Yeah, I think about that all the time, Martin, when I explore the server. He says, like, you just have to imagine the stuff with MMO levels of people, but that would probably kill any machine. Yeah, it always, when you explore this stuff, it just makes you think, like, yeah, imagine if it could run flawlessly, and then imagine if it could be populated with like hundreds of people, because it would look so cool with some of these builds, just to see them so busy with people.
Go to my place, and I think the portal's downstairs. I gotta double check. My little bungalow on the farthest finger of the 5 pillars, and then we can walk through to your spaceship, to the Enterprise.
Yeah, and pop in on Al's
Yep.
peak.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, it's down, it's downstairs over here, to the left.
I mean, if I spent a third of the iron on the server for the castle, then Al spent a third of the wood for his framework on the pillar.
We're gonna go this way, Nick, and get out of this and into arguably something just as bad, frame rate wise. Down to the left, straight ahead into the portal labeled 5 Pillars Shanty.
Treason Dawn. Some crazy builds.
So we'll just kind of slowly walk across here and just let the instances load in. This is another very large build. Don't go in that gap in the middle, because that's where a pillar is actually supposed to be.
Right, yeah.
Do you remember, Nick, on a server stream we portaled into the 5 pillars here, and the pillars didn't load in, so the buildings started collapsing.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy.
Obviously, we call this the 5 pillars because when we found it, it's just 5 pillars in a straight line. But what we see right here in the front is what Fluffy refers to as the Enterprise. On his pillar, it is a spaceship, complete with thrusters, fins, nose cone. And what you haven't seen, Nick, is the inside was never fully finished. And we were also able to complete that 100%. So for the first time, you'll see the interior finalized. We could just jump off, Fluffy, and see it from the ground level and then go up. What do you think?
Yeah, we could.
It's so good. It's so cool. This.
And Al meant to build a skyscraper, but it actually now looks like the holding tower for a NASA rocket.
Yeah.
Where the astronauts would load in from.
Yeah, definitely. Like a launch pad setup.
Up towards the wood ring, do you see the wisp lights showing, Nick? So you have just so I know that you're, all right, cool.
Let's walk up Al's stairs, check his place, then cross over.
You just don't want chat to see your crappy stairway.
They're not crappy. They are fluffy stairs. But no, I didn't pay insurance this month, and I don't want Nick to break his neck climbing down.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, so this pillar, Al wanted to completely encase in wood, which he did. There's some damage I see. We'll have to fix that later.
Yeah. Some of the torches have been broken by the mosquitoes. Just find a chest and drop us down, and it's.
I mean, and this is impressive, but I gotta say, once we get into the inside of what we refer to as the Enterprise, it's pretty incredible.
Alright, that is a super cool idea to be able to hire dwarves to go and do repairs. It would be sick.
So, you pilot the spaceship from where up here, right, Fluffy?
Yep.
How can I not get through? There we go. Right. I remember seeing you at least start this. It's genius. It's the cockpit of the spaceship. The con.
It is.
Engage. True.
Yeah, all these portals go to a portal on a ledge by the bonfires that are used for the thrusters, so that you can load them, keep them loaded with wood.
And some more memorials.
Oh yeah, this is their actual armor.
Things we found in chests and so on.
That's
From
funny.
the original builders.
So yeah, like some of these players, chat, are actually like people that played on the server with me like day one. Some of them are really basically people that were fans of the channel and the content since before Valheim was even launched, which is a tiny amount of people. Because back then I literally had like 30 subscribers on YouTube. But I did stream on Twitch, playing all different kinds of stuff. And yeah, at least one of these is someone I was actually friends with in real life. So it's actually kind of cool to see it memorialized.
We actually use the black forage as part of the bar itself.
Whoa, that's so cool seeing that egg in the middle of that Golden table. That looks awesome. Wait, doesn't this kind of look like one of the newer Star Trek movies? They show Spock has like a ship with a certain type of engine in it or something that uses like dark matter or something. It's like a red orb. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? Kind of looks like that, which is a real super weird coincidence considering this is at the Enterprise.
I'm not sure. I play too much Valheim to watch movies.
But I mean, just to Fluffy, you know, his determination with the 270 in-game days left before 10K. This floor was naked. There was nothing here, and neither was there anything down below on the next floor. And he really did a great job of, you know, giving purpose and fleshing out this huge open space.
Someone in chat knows what I'm talking about. They said it's in the remake in 2009 Star Trek. Hell yeah.
So pick a bed, Nick, please.
Pick a bed, alright.
Find a room.
Ooh. Ooh. This one looks luxurious. I'll take this one. Is that a crom on the wall? Damn. It's about no expense.
Nope.
This is very cool.
Yep, full residences. This is incredible, Fluffy.
It doesn't even seem like this is inside of this spaceship as well. It just feels like we're in a castle. It's like, seems massive. It's just how giant it is.
We'd go down here, but we didn't update our liability insurance, so...
Yeah, let's portal out.
Yes. Just a couple more stops. Thanks to everyone who's continued to watch and your patience, Nick. But it's really nice to show off all of the great things that people have contributed over the years.
I'm looking forward to I'm gonna make a video showing all this eventually with like some cinematics, hopefully.
So the next massive group build, I think this is the first one that the Canaries participated in, is a location Fluffy found while we were on a server stream with you that was just these random 2 swamp trees in the middle of the plains. And
Oh yeah, I love this one. It's one of my favorites.
not even highlighting over it on the map would register that you were in a swamp. And I think he'd labeled it as a future build that we've got to do something there. And well, this is what we came up with, the Towers of Destiny. We'll go through and maybe just sit a little bit before we walk in and let things spawn in.
I remember, like, one of the reasons this became one of my favorites is just that I loved that there was actually lore behind it, which is kind of sick.
I'll just pop through real. Hold on just a sec. Let me see. Yeah, it's still. Fluffy, did you come through already?
Yeah. I portaled in directly from last location.
Nick, do you see mounted shields on the
Yep.
ground? Okay, good. All right, so we'll go straight inside, and definitely you're gonna want to look up.
Wow, still so freaking cool.
We completely encased these twin trees in a tower that each tower symbolizes something different. This is the Tree of Love and War, and if you look up on the side, you have the Norse symbols for love and war designed into the walls.
So cool.
These are cut out with black metal, and these are designed using the black marble. And on the other side, we have the Tree of Destiny.
Yeah, this is just genius. I love it. It's so cool to actually see the usage of real Norse runes in a Valheim build. I love that so much.
Before we go finish touring this, it would be, I think, to see the scope of how big this is, we can pop out to where we've honored another one of our beloved fallen comrades, whose name I think you'll find familiar. We're gonna go straight out this way and watch out for bear traps and ballistas.
Not all the resources are used on this server, Zine Dawn, but some of them are. And the way we do it is we have a second server that is more survival based that we allow people to transfer mats from. Another Claire Memorial. At some point you'll get the hang of this. Look. I couldn't even see what was attacking me then.
Nope.
Well,
And then as we turn around and walk back, should really be able to see the symbols and the scope of how big this.
that's the perfect emote usage in chat there, Claire.
I don't want to know what she did. Because it's probably a middle finger for me.
Could say so, maybe.
But we wanted this to feel like a museum that's a tourist attraction, so there's a
Oh,
whole
I forgot
subterranean
this was the
layer.
same build.
Yep, so there's a whole subterranean layer to this. You got a check-in table. treasure room, but you also have a whole host of hotel suites that are fully decorated, and Claire and Canary really got into this, from the admin table, check-in table, to just every single room all the way down this hallway. If you go in, has the same level of incredible attention to detail.
Yeah, this is like really like some luxury hotel in real life.
And again, please pick a bed, claim it.
Okay.
Or not sure if you did last time, but you can never have enough beds.
It's a tourist trap with real traps. That's true.
Yeah.
It's so cool, like how they're all kind of different as all these rooms, but it's still a lot of detail.
Really, really well done. So
This hallway kind of gives me the, you know, the hotel in Twin Peaks. Gives me that kind of vibe.
for the area outside of this museum, we figured it should have, you know, from souvenir shops to other kind of details, you know, something rides for kids. And so, you know, back there's a souvenir shop.
I gotta
and
check the
as you keep
souvenir shop.
walking- Yeah.
Because I love stuff like this. It's so genius.
And we go to the other side, and there's just even more. And you know, at the beginning, when I was doing these towers, Fluffy was on vacation. He came back and finished one, and then the Canaries initially were helping me with gathering resources because it was such a grind. And then when it came down to finishing this, it was everybody, all of these ideas for what to put out here. It was just such an incredible collaboration. I know I've said that a lot, but it just, I have these memories of these weeks and months building these things, and from, you know, a Locks saddle stand to a concession stand to embedding chairs in what are like sawhorses for kids.
Yeah, this
Anyone
is
got
genius. You got coins. Is it coins or resin?
But while this is an area for kids, you know, you'd want to have an adult area, and so we decided for the first time to put a bar at one of our builds. But you don't want to have the access obvious.
Wow, this is an awesome one as well. Awesome bar.
We're at the very top as it connects between the two towers, create an arch.
Ooh, I felt a little bit sick there when I looked down.
And you can see how we capped off the top of these towers. Each one had something different since a different person was doing it. And then Fluffy knew that there needed to be a hot tub, and we're now so high up, we're starting to get a residue of snow.
Hello? Alright, the game. Okay, nice. Boom. Are we going to get a good look at this one from range a bit more?
We can, we can
Certainly
head
can.
up.
Yeah, why don't we, do we want to see it at night and then sleep and do it in the day? We can come hop off from this side. And look at it from a little bit elevated. I don't know if this is a friendly
It's not.
heat.
Someone's laughing. Eat.
Yeah, daytime or nighttime's not helping us out a whole lot. I don't know what it looks like on your screen. Yuck.
You can
Yeah,
kind of
it's a
see
bit
it, but yeah,
odd.
it's not much going on, yeah.
Now let's go and throw some beds down. We'll sleep through this and get a better look. There we go. It's wet. Stand by the door. It comes down.
So how many more builds have we got left to
2.
tour? Nice, nice.
That's it.
Made really good time then.
And we'll end where I picked you up. So was it chat that wanted to get a perspective
I got
view of this
disconnected.
again?
Oops.
I got disconnected on sec.
Oh, I broke his bed. Is he gonna show up at spawn now?
Yes, it is.
That's fine.
I'll go.
Well, we can
Let's-
just go to the. We can just go there. We could wrap this up. Just go to the ski lodge. We'll just meet him at the portal room right by spawn.
Yeah.
Bear with me, chat. It's on the screen. Also, enter password and stuff. It is getting about time that I upgrade the computer, really.
Oh, did he arrive? He didn't arrive at spawn.
I'm good,
Are
yeah.
you back at the?
It's because it came up saying good morning before it crashed.
Disconnected, right?
Yeah.
Didn't die. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Coming back to get you. If you see me, there you are. Yes.
All right. Next. So it was after this when we started talking about, well, what would we do as an encore, and that's when Canary had an idea for a ski lodge, and there. Oh, we haven't done the treehouse yet.
Oh no, we
That's
haven't.
true.
We skipped that.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
have
save
to,
this to do the treehouse.
Yeah. Oh, this could have been ugly. Treehouse is after Warriors Retreat, where we have launched the most adventures.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
another big build where we built a community around it. Not all at once. Just past here was added later. And if you look up, you can see the treehouse we'll go up into in a bit. You know, this is another build where really the inspiration for this next structure was one of the community members named Thomas, right before a server stream, died to a Desquito, and he couldn't remember where he had died. He wasn't super familiar with the server at that time, and he logged out, and we never saw him again. And we found his tombstone here, and for months and months and months and months, Fluffy talked about erecting a memorial to Thomas, and so we have Thomas Hoff.
I remember this.
This is our memorial to Thomas, fallen comrade. It's massive. If you look up, Nick, you'll see stained glass windows up there that spell his name.
What?
Yeah. If you look up
Your left.
Thomas, stained glass windows that spell his name.
Oh shit. That's crazy.
This is the actual tombstone from when he died, and Fluffy found a way to lower it.
And the way was, his tombstone was on the ground, so I managed to place a floorboard under it and lock it in place. And then we had to lower the entire ground about a meter or two. And then once we had the throne chair in place, we could drop the tombstone into the chair.
That's so good.
So this is the original.
We had played with him for a while. He decided to build his first base up in the mountains, and I just remember he did it right by an egg spawn, and I just remember him lamenting the drakes that would attack him. And so that's why we did this kind of hand-placed replica of a Drake trophy to commemorate that on the back wall here. I don't know if that's spawned in yet or not.
Yeah, it looks fucking awesome. Yeah, you see, I definitely saw this at some point, and it was incredible then. But you've definitely added to it a bit, I think, since then. I don't remember it spelling Thomas on the ceiling. That's crazy.
Well, and that's why I really appreciate you allowing us to jump on, because sometimes trying to type all of the details during a server stream, it's easy to miss stuff. But yeah, this is when you talk about excessive, this is very excessive. It has a portal to his base, and then outside, the rest of the community got fleshed out.
Footprint of this hall is a copy of Norwegian stave church from around 1050, 1100.
Yeah, I can see. Yeah, that makes sense looking at it.
We have a residence here. We Nella made a bakery that's absolutely gorgeous. We embedded some strawberries in a lox pie, gave it a different look. But I think in the spirit of trying to honor previous members, when we built the morgue up here, we built a tomb for fallen heroes below it, and I think we've shown this to you before, but we were able to create new characters with their names and die in place, but they actually have items from their different builds that they created in the inventory of these tombstones.
Yeah, this is a genius. An actual crypt for past server players. This is just so cool. I forgot about this. This is one of the coolest parts as well, I think. It's the use of actual tombstones is so cool. Yeah, the lag and stuff, it's just because there's thousands of instances in some of these builds, guys. There's no getting around it in Valheim if you build as big as some of these. But you know, some places the lag's totally fine. Some places it's really crazy. But that's the life for epic Valheim builders.
If you stand right here, Nick, and look up, that's what we're about to go into. That was here first. This was just during an adventure. We saw this spot. Nella thought it would be a great place to build a tree house. We threw a portal down and, you know, said, oh, we should build here one day. And then just over time made that happen.
Someone's
it's
asking
only
what
about
the instance count is.
15,
yeah.
16,000, yeah.
Oh, yeah, 15, yeah. 15, 16,000, depending where we're at.
Also, with the new Mistlands and no big Mistlands trees, you'll never see the like of this on any new world.
Can we
Also
get a
with these
view
two-
of this from outside?
Yes.
Like a
I
different
think
view?
so. If we come over here into the plains, make sure you guys have eaten those Desquitos and... Ow. There we go. Yeah, over here you can see the treehouse much better.
Yeah, it looks so cool, this place, from distance. I love it.
We'll go up and check it out. I mean, just for reference for chat, this and the Tower of Destiny and some of the other big builds pale in comparison to the last one that we're going to show. A fraction of the size. It's literally, we would refer to it as our grand opus. It has the same number of instances as the main village. It's at about 40,000.
I'm hoping to be able to do some shots like that, Nella, in a video that I'm hopefully going to make about the server soon. I think if I get it running locally, I can do a lot of tinkering to get it to run smoothly, to get some nice camera shots and stuff of things, I'm hoping. Just gonna have to see how it goes, though. Could get kind of complicated. But that's my plan.
If you hear the sound of chickens, that's because
Right.
needed to add a chicken breeder in the treehouse. But anyways, up here is kind of the main floor. Out the back is just
Yep.
an area for people's portals.
We have a bar.
Yeah.
I love this
shocker.
bar as well. Such a good bar. All the bars are good, but some of them just have an extra vibe to it that I like. I like this.
We created a row of bungalows over here, so you know, people had a place to stay. So see some familiar names. You actually still have your bed over here.
Yep.
Mad Welsh bikers here. And then when the canaries joined, I had to add some additional ones. Excuse me, chicken. So we added some additional bungalows over here so that they could all have a place. Very inclusive. And then we just keep going up. This is the chicken farm I never knew I needed in this treehouse. Thank you, Fluffy.
Millennium Falcon vibes again.
Little workshop. I know we're pretty long right now, so I'm trying to push through a little bit. So if chat or yourself wants to stop and look a little bit more closely, let me know.
I love the top bit here. It's covered in a little bit of snow. So cool looking.
Yeah, and there's a bedroom in here and a table upstairs, you know. Start to get the idea. But let's go do let's go do the ski lodge. We want to give it as much time as you feel you still have left, and then we can end at the the tiny build competition where you spawned in. You can do your outro there. How's that sound?
Yeah, sure.
This is another build that, because it was in the old Mistlands when the terrain changed after they dropped, there was an issue here. This blacksmith was originally ground level, and so I had to try and recreate it up top there. But I think the portal room is right here.
Let Nick go through first, maybe.
Yeah. And definitely let Nick go through first at the ski lodge.
Yeah.
All right. Home stretch. This is it right here, sir.
All right.
So what I'd like to do, if possible, is we're gonna go through this portal, and it's gonna take us down to kind of where this build begins. So this idea really became almost like an RPG concept. So from start to finish, you know, imagining how would people arrive at a resort on a vacation, and so creating an entire ticketing agency and pass through ship dock that people might arrive on, thinking through all of those things. And then, you know, how might they get up there? For us, because it's so high, this is and we know this because most of the map is uncovered, but this is, and Canary did this dock. I love this style on it. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it's so good.
It's the highest mountain on the server. The top of the mountain is above the atmosphere level. And so we really, we kind of had to do this because we had to inventory by inventory, slow walk, encumbered all the metal that we would need for this build from here, where we would drop it off, up to the top of this mountain. This is where we would smelt it. And when we pop out here, you can maybe barely see how tall that peak is up there. That's where the final build was. So one by one,
So
inventory
crazy.
by inventory, I mean, thousands of stacks of metal. At first it was the 45-degree stairs, and eventually we fleshed it out with 26 degrees so that it was a little bit easier. It would take us about 11 minutes to go from here to the top with a full load of metal in our inventory.
That's so completely insane.
This is the build that took us 3 months and 1,700 man hours to complete between 6 people.
That's insane. Zito, thank you
order
so
to
much
do
for the
this-
YouTube membership. Appreciate it, mate. Thank you.
The only way to make it work at a 26 degree, we'd have to build towers along the way so that we could gain a little bit of elevation.
You might. Do you mind repeating how long it took there? I think alert might have been going off when you said it. I don't know if it drowned you out on stream.
Oh, yeah, so this build took 3 months and took over 1,700 actual man hours between 6 people to complete. All the metal and non-portable materials had to be walked up these stairs to get to the build site. So the stairs were the first thing we completed. And it's so steep that we knew we wanted it to be a 26 degree stairway, but there's no way you could have done that. So there'll be several towers along the way that we use to spiral up to gain elevation so that we could be able to walk encumbered. And it would take us about 11 or 12 minutes, stopping every so often to empty 13 or 10 stacks of metal out of your pockets to get more stamina.
That's so crazy.
Here's another tower. You can walk unimpeded the entire way from the shore to this mountain whose peak is above atmosphere level.
Imagine hauling your luggage up here on holiday.
There's a luggage service for paying customers.
Yeah, VIPs don't.
It's
They don't
called-
have
it's-
to. Yeah, they can
It's
portal
called
up.
fluffy.
Data's memory of server history is impeccable. True. Like
watch out.
encyclopedia. What's going on there?
Well, it's usually set to Drake, but a Drake broke it, and I didn't have a Drake trophy to reprogram it, so I suppose that's not exactly great hospitality to shoot your customers as they're walking up to the lodge.
They always sign a waiver and release form before they start climbing the stairs anyway, so we're good.
But once you're around this last corner, it's a pretty cool payoff. We also made sure that you couldn't see the village until you got around the last curve. And so, terrible weather, but welcome to Rockcliffe Winter Village. Why don't we maybe sleep?
Sure.
Yeah. Actually, Nick, we have a condominium that's just made for you. If you'd come follow me.
Right.
You don't need to make a temporary bed, sir. This is your address right here, 3505 Main Street. Follow me, sir.
Wait, where are you?
Right here.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, I fell. I can't tell what's going on. Look at the FPS. Alright, I'm back. I think.
Here you go.
Okay.
The entrance to your condominium's right here. And there's your bed.
Nice. Luxury.
I'm down.
So this is the build from the thumbnail, actually, chat.
Oh, good. The blizzard's gone. Understanding that we're almost at the 4-hour mark, I just want to say every single one of these builds is chock full of incredible, unique details. It would actually take us over a full hour to tour the inside of every single one of them. There's well over 9 different residences, and I don't think we necessarily have the time for that. So,
Sure.
but I really encourage anybody who's a Patreon, log into the server and walk through with your character. It's just an incredible experience, and so many people's heart and soul got poured into this that it feels a shame to not give them due justice. But it's 3 hours and 47 minutes into the stream, so we'll just do a light tour of it.
Sure. I love this street with all the lanterns. It gives me like Japan vibes.
Yeah, Richard calls it Diagon Alley from Harry Potter. Gives him that vibe.
Yeah.
So everybody had an input on how do we make this like a tourist town like Vail, Colorado, or someplace like that. So you've got Canary's Capery, you've got some townhouses. This bakery is incredible. If you just hop in here and stand where I'm at, you can see a sap extractor with a whatchamacallit. I'm having a brain fart.
Ice cream?
With the frostner behind? No, it's a sap extractor with a hidden frostner, and
Oh yeah,
you can see a ice cream embedded in a mug. It's a smoothie machine.
yeah. So it simulates like the steam even coming out of it.
Yep.
So good.
This door just goes into some portal rooms. Above this bakery are 3 different condos, one of which you've just claimed a bed in. Canary actually is a professional quilter, and so we made a shop that's a quilting shop. We've got, the spinning wheel in here and some other details. On the south side, on the rocks, the Canary, Duckling, and Jeff all built residences that are multi-level, and then the village itself culminates at a bar.
Oh, we just got a crazy donation actually. Richard, thank you so much for the $100 super chat. You flipping legend. That's crazy. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for supporting the content and keeping the dream alive, bud. It's very generous. Thank you so much. Says, thank you, Nick, for all your content, great demeanor, and the community of people around you that come together in Valheim. I appreciate that, mate. You're very welcome. You're all part of that.
So if we if we hop up onto the top of the bar, the blizzard's going to ruin any kind of a view. But there's more homes. There's a floating bank.
Thank you, Nick, for all your content. Great demeanor and the
And
community
behind
of people around you that come together in
Oh,
Valheim.
God.
To give some more lore, Fluffy felt like, you know, the old monks would have a monastery, but instead of a monastery, it's a money-stery, and so all black marble. I see Nick's up there. You can get to it over this backside.
Where do I don't... What, I'm lost. I fell down.
That's okay. I'm gonna come get you. I just ran out of stamina.
Oh, okay.
I see you. Right here.
Thanks again, Richard, mate. That's super generous. Thank you so much, man. It really helps.
We're just gonna hop down here. So at the end of the village is that bar, but if you go through the wire gate, you get to Fluffy's money-stery. Not monastery.
Genius. This looks so good. Oh, I forgot about this and the dragon coming out, guarding all the treasure. So genius. And the $ altar. I love it.
He's even got a lair down below that'll really fry your frame rate.
Oh, Poggy, thank you, Cole, for the 5 gifted YouTube memberships. You're so generous. Thanks so much, bud. You're a legend. Thanks for supporting the content, keeping the dream alive. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, this is crazy. Oh my god.
So the reason we knew about this mountain was that Al, aka Rizzo, had always wanted to build a log cabin. He's the one who found this massively tall mountain, and he had an original build at the very top. So we thought it would be really neat to take Canary's great idea of a ski lodge, work it into a story that would involve Al's house so that we could include that in it. And it really worked out.
You might want to just pause a little bit, Dana. Just the stream's running like shit right now. Just let it see if it just fixes itself. It's dropping frames like crazy, and I don't really know why.
Yeah, I think it's with the frame rate and the blizzard. It makes it almost unbearable.
Shouldn't be that. Give it a minute and see if it...
I will tell, we can tell chat, because I experimented, I did upgrade to a RTX 4080 Super, and it does allow me to have over 30 FPS in these major 40 instance builds. So
For the dragon.
if people have them and they're wondering whether or not that would have the effect, it seems to be good enough to combat the instance drag on frames per second.
Well, if you can hear me, Mark, thank you so much for the $25 super chat, legend. It says for the dragon. Yeah, it's still shit in the bed. I keep dropping frames on the stream PC. I don't think there's anything I can do to calm it down. Nothing much is really running. I wonder if
maybe if
you should be able to sleep soon.
Let me actually just quickly log out just to see if it is something going on with the game, because it is. I actually have a dedicated stream PC, so it doesn't affect you know, the CPU usage or GPU usage of the stream computer or anything, but it may just be the choppiness is just making it harder to encode. Let me just sit on the main menu, but it probably isn't this, to be honest. There's probably something going on with my internet.
And then you and me, Dan, we can sleep away the night so that we might have better weather when Nick logs back in.
Still just hemorrhaging frames. Stream's still up though, isn't it?
Oh, hold on. Should be able to sleep any minute. There we go. If we get better weather.
Yeah, it's not fixing it. Something's just not right with this computer right now. People still seem to be able to hear me though. It's just running like shit, that's all. The actual stream. When I open the door, maybe the computer's just getting hot. One sec.
Bluff, what do you think? Should we log out too, since it's good weather, so we don't lose daylight or have the weather change on us? If you can log back in?
Nope. All right, what we're gonna do is I'll resume
Happy I can finally support you.
the tour, but I need to kind of know from chat. Oh shit, I just logged on the wrong world. Is it like watchable like this? Because if it isn't, we might just have to wrap it up early because the stream isn't totally going down, but it's pretty close to it. And it won't stop hemorrhaging frames. I don't know why. It seems okay. Yeah, let's see what it's like when we actually jump in game in the server. You can hear me fine, but the FPS was shocking. I suspect something might have actually just bugged out. So it's probably just going to keep hemorrhaging it. So like all I could really do is like start closing like any browser or getting rid of any browser source, but it's probably not even worth how much that would hamstring us at this point. So if we can tolerate finishing it like this, we should do. Just carry on and whatever. Just let me know, chat, what it seems like. If Dana, you want to try and carry on where we were, and we'll just see if we get any feedback from chat. If it's
yeah, absolutely. We'll head back the way we came in. down the end of this walkway here, Nick. And we'll go up to the ski lodge itself, which was the whole impetus behind the build. The weather's a little bit better, so hopefully that helps not aggravate things.
Okay, Claire says it's watchable. I have a feeling that it's just the choppiness of the game actually just overloaded the encoder. Which means it should even out. Oh, it's starting to even out. Yes. Okay, we're good. It says it's green now, so we're good. All right, sorry, Dana. Continue.
Oh, no, that's fine. We can just kind of see a little bit of the village below. And this massive build here is the ski lodge. So a couple things about this. So many different people are involved. The walls, every single wall of this is a three-dimensional wall. It's at least 3 wood beams wide, so that you'll notice that there's depth in every single wall of the structure. And yeah, Wintercliff Lodge is here.
This is such an epic building.
When you walk in, you see half of the lobby. If you pan your camera up, you can kind of get a feel for the scope. The mezzanine and the top floor above have cutouts with a big chandelier. The opposite side of this is a mirror image, so this V-shaped wall that's cathedral at the top is identical on the opposite side. We really tried to envision what a lodge might feel like. So from the floor design to the soft seating, everything is actually functional. So you can come over here and actually sit down on these couches and these chairs. And then if you look up again, you can see a mirror image of the cutouts. The first part of this that was completed was this main stairway. It kind of set the tone for the way the rest of the build would be. And I think one of the biggest challenges was how would we do a registration at a lodge. And this is again where Claire and her creativity jumped in to save the day, you know, using the wards, but being super creative with the tops of personal chests peeking out, looking like it's a ledger that you would, you know, write your name in as you're checking in.
Yeah, it's so good. I love how this one looks like a wolf with their hand coming out with the Fenring trophy. It's so cool.
You know, even to the details of, you know, behind this is where you have the luggage carts. Oh, I see one's been broken. I don't know how that happened, but that's okay.
The floor, by the way, is gorgeous in this place.
Yep, that is all canary. I'm gonna take all this if I can. We'll rebuild that later. Not sure how that broke. You know, these inset couches in these corners created something really eye-catching in what would normally just be some dead space. We did get to an issue on the back end of this where the terrain couldn't go down any farther, so we had to build the back wall here, but it's very difficult to tell. It's naturally hidden by the structure of the lodge itself. And we go up to the mezzanine level.